Reality of crime.
What is up, my people? Happy freaking Friday. Do me a favor, hit that like, guys. Hit that like on your way in. If you leave, hit that like on your way out. I am Jay with Guilty of Crime. And again, we're back. We're back. And of course, we're always going to talk about Jennifer Soto because Jennifer Soto is not arrested. So, y'all, hashtag arrest Jen Soto up in the chat. And big news, I do what I say I'm going to do. And of course, even though it sucks the life out of me, it happens. And thank you, Bree, for helping me so greatly with the Stephan Stearns defense is calling 12 shocking witnesses. And we got more witnesses for the list today, right, Bree? Why them? Why them? Okay, so we're going to talk about the trial coming up. Now, we're talking about the depositions for the Red Rum trial. We talked about the Red Rum trial yesterday. We talked quite a bit about it, but that's not what we were talking about. So the CSAM stuff always gets intertwined because how can you not, right? Now, somebody says I'm lagging. So if I am, let me know. As far as I'm concerned, my internet looks like it's good. And Andrew, you can be as outspoken as you want, my people in chat. Andrew's warning you, please be careful and don't be outspoken. Jay won't like that. You guys already know me. I'm all gravy, right? Yeah, my Ashton. There you go. Yes, be as outspoken as you guys would like. But just don't insult your girl. Don't insult me and say, "Hey Jay, you need to do this because, you know how we roll around here, right, guys? I love you guys. I do what I can for everybody. I got a call-in number. Yeah, I think so, Jack Starmo. It's gotta be. We're not gonna. I'm in such an awesome mood today. We're getting work done. My house is literally being torn down as we speak. It's about 40 degrees, maybe 35 in the house, and I'm still in good spirits. So, for all of those that you have your opinion, you guys be outspoken too. You guys be as outspoken as you'd like, because today we're talking about Stephan Stearns and the defense and the witnesses. And we have more witnesses on the list that I don't even know who these people are. So we're going to talk about that. I've never seen these people or heard of them in my life, but I do think we should do a little deep dive and see if we could kind of find out who they are. I also got a call-in number, my folks. You guys have been wanting a call-in number forever, and today we did it with the help of Bree calling me and us going back and forth. We got a call-in number, y'all. So now we can talk with each other and be as outspoken as you want. Just be respectful. And again, even though it's my channel, I take your suggestions, but please don't tell me, don't be, if you're entitled and you're acting like you're entitled, like I need to do something because I'm on the channel and you're a member. That's it. But whatever. Let's say a prayer for Maddie because that's who we're talking about. I'm gonna put up a beautiful little slideshow of her while I'm talking. Patty Ward, thank you, my girl, for the $4 super sticker. Justice for Maddie. And I'm gonna say it to everybody I love you guys. I appreciate Leah Reeves for becoming a YouTube member. Kimberly Smiles, Michelle Ramos, Law Nerd. I love that picture, by the way. It all came up today. Hypnosis Maine LLC, Naomi, Deborah Bergen, Jamie Murphy, Barbara Lyle. Bree, you've been a member. I don't know why that came up, but I love the True Crime Lover 101. Kylie, you've been here forever. Rochelle Norman, thank you so much for the 199 super sticker. You're buying me a drink here. You bought me my Red Bull for the day. Thank you. I love you guys. And Patty Ward once again. And before we start, let's make everybody smile, okay? How about we do this? There you go. Take your hashtag take my meds. All right. It's so cute. It's so cute. Yeah, welcome all the members. Welcome all the members. But take your meds so that you're in a good, happy mood. If you're feeling not so great today because of whatever, we encourage that you take them and don't make yourself feel bad. We love you guys. Mental health is very important, and so is everything else. My meds are all green. I love it. Presumed hostile. Love it. All right, yeah. Take a chill pill. Yeah, if you think like I'm the absolute complete opposite person that you could be in the room with me and you can beat me down as much as you want to. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, cool. But, it takes that special person to knock me down so much where I'm going to stand up for myself. All right, let's remember why we're here. We're here for Madeline Soto. We're also here to remind you about the locks of love. So I'll show you that real quick. I think we need to take the time and explain a little bit more about that. I think some people are confused, and I apologize to you guys for those of you that I didn't email back yet. I didn't get to email you guys all back about the locks of love and how that works, and I send you money for you to send things. So we can talk about that later on. Australian made. I catch chomos down under. I love your channel and how brutally honest you are. The 12 witnesses may be any person Jen spoke to who knew, and that's his only defense. Australiana made. I love that you said that. And it's raining out here and they're doing work. So now I can see the bars, you guys. So I might be lagging a little bit because I have one bar. So there's drills in the background. They're ripping down walls, but we're here. You're right, Australiana made. That's the only defense he has. But you know what that says to me, you guys? What it says to me is that he's going to point the finger at Jennifer Soto. Me pangi. They found you last night. Watch the replay. Thank you, girl. And welcome. Hello, Lynette. All my people, JPL from the get go. And yeah, don't forget, give Brie a coffee on her Kofi. You guys, she did a fantastic job. And we're gonna go on Monday, probably on Monday, and do the Naziah case. We're going to break the Naziah, don't forget her, Naziah Harris case down in a way that you've never seen broken down before. Okay. And then I have some tea for you because that whole case is, even though it's a case, it's definitely tea. Like all the family members are fighting with each other about the Naziah Harris case. And there's also women predators in that family. Did you guys know that? All right. I love that, you guys. I definitely agree with Jay. I love there must be some trolls in here. Why does someone so critical need to wear sunglasses? Well, since you're a new member, I can't see with the bright lights. So there you go. Now I'm blind. But welcome. We got some trolls in the house, guys. So watch out for those, okay? Watch out for those people, please. Amped up electronics. All right. I freaking love these. You guys definitely, yeah, asking the same question over and over. Just toss them out, you guys. I mean, honestly, I could sit here with my shades and talk to you guys. I mean, my glasses, but I can't last for very long and I can't read the deposition. So if you want, I'll do my glasses for a while. And then when my eyes hurt, I'll go back just for my lovely ladies that love seeing me without the shades. There you go. Yeah, getting large. Getting large gets trolls. So let's put this up. Let's put this up first. Put the slideshow so you guys can see our girl. Hopefully it's playing. There you go. We love little Maddie and Tyler. Yeah, you know you're making it big when people troll on you. And I happen to think I look good either way. So dust it off. And yeah, because Jay can, right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. The trolls, they can, who cares? I think I could rock no glasses, funny glasses. I could rock it just because you can. Sorry. Yeah, don't make your no, I'm just gonna you know what I get, Linda, I love you, girl. I get a lot of people telling me, Jay, I love seeing your eyes. Look, me Pengy just said, uh, Maddie, and she has Maddie has such pretty eyes. And then I get girls in here saying, please don't wear your shades all the time. And this one saying you can. So, hey, you know what? Yeah, don't listen to them. I'm gonna wear them just for a minute as I dust my shoulders off just because I can, right? I like you best with the glasses, but I love your sunglasses. See, that's what I'm saying, y'all. That's what I'm saying. So you know why I do it sometimes? Because I just love to mess with the haters. I could do whatever I want. I know what they want to say. Yeah, tell the trolls kick rocks. Hey, welcome. And you don't have your green yet. We have a call-in number. MM. And thank you guys. Look at those beautiful pictures of Maddie. Don't give them what they want. All the YouTubers have them. Don't give them what they want. They do, and we will block the trolls. But I still think it's funny to. I still think it's funny to do that. So yeah, I am gonna put my shades back on because I have lots of depositions and paperwork to go over. Yeah, I got the gold shades too. You guys like my gold shades too, right? I got all kinds of shades. They're all Ray-Bans. All right, let's do this so we can rock longer on the show. I wish I could hang out with you guys in person. Yes, me Pengy, I have a new call-in number now. Yes, ma'am. All right, I wear my sunglasses at night so I can see. All right. So today, 12 depositions, guys, ladies, people. I also have a lot of different audios that I might go along with it. Um yeah, I have two children, what 25-year-old and a 10-year-old. So guess what? I have a patience of a saint. Wear whatever glass you like, just not furry ears. Well, thank you. Yes, you guys, are you excited? Are you excited that we have a call-in number now? Put your shades back if you need to. Who knows? Yeah, I just wanted to do that to mess with that person that said that because they just want to catch a girl slipping, and you're not gonna catch me slipping. Good luck. Look at that. It says Maddie up on that lock, you guys. Beautiful. All right, so let's see. Gavin's covering it. Yes, I am me. Gavin's covering that case, and do you know why? Because our girl Bree has done so much research with Guilty of Crime that she went over there and broke it down. Bree might as well have her own show, you guys. Yeah, that's funny on the troll. You guys, we have new emojis too. I'm gonna get an emoji with the troll. We gotta do a troll. You're gonna call now. All right, let's keep going. We will get the call in, but it's Friday, and guess what? We do what we want here. All right. So I have first, let's see, we have 12. Let me see where I'm going to start. We have 12 depositions, and of course, we have the notes to them. The depositions have already begun by the defense for the capital murder. Okay. So as that case progresses, it's scheduled for, what did we talk about? September 22nd, 2025. Yeah, we do got that. Thank you. We actually got the Ray-Ban. I love you guys so much. Frazzled Virgo. I should be called Frazzled Leo, or can't frazzle a Leo, right? Yeah, Bree does rock. Bree does rock for sure. All right, so 12 depositions, guys, and we've got paperwork to show you. New paperwork that came in today. Depositions are beginning. Dates have started. Trial is coming September 22nd, 2025. Now I have a sneaking suspicion, you guys, that the trial might not happen then, but that we might get a Jarvis Butts situation. And do you know what I mean by a Jarvis Butts situation? We might get the pre-trial or preliminary. We might get that type of hearing where everything gets laid out on the table, right? You will be a member. We'll get some memberships out today. Jody, thanks for doing what you do. Yeah, you guys. So things are happening, and we might have a full blown another Jarvis Butts situation where Stephan Stearns is sitting in the corner while people get on the stand and talk about what happened. All right, so we got 5 documents that were filed in court before going into depositions. Now, back in July, they were going to take Karen Vanderveen depo, and it didn't happen. And I'm not really sure why, but Karen, I believe, and I think it was one of the I'm gonna pull them up. I think Karen was one of his like one of the doctors or something like that, if I recall. I have to pull them up because I can't remember all the stuff. Let me pull all those out real quick now that I have the notes. And I think it's in the January depositions, right, Bree? All right, let me take a look. I'm gonna pull them all out for you and show you. I just want to talk about it before I do it. And you guys might not even know. Yeah, Karen Vanderveen's right here. She's actually the first one. So we'll talk about her. And you guys have to understand why this should be for the prosecution. Why are these people being deposed for the defense? All right. So now Karen Vanderveen deposition that I have up right here, and I'd rather you see pictures of Maddie while I'm talking. So state of Florida versus Stephan Michael Stearns for the trial that's coming up for the Capital Red Rum. Okay, comes now as a defendant. Karen Vanderveen. Now, Karen Vanderveen looks like individuals for the Office of Public Defender. So that's her public defender person. And Bree, if you could drop in chat, who is Karen Vanderveen? Why am I'm pretty sure she was going to do a mental health evaluation. Now, a lot of these people we don't know who the heck they are. And I'm gonna show you all of them, but it's weird. They stopped it and they pushed it out. So let me keep going and then I'll show it to you. Now, November, there was a Meredith McCaskill, and you guys will recognize the names from the audio that we have heard, okay? Because they recently added 3 people that have also we just heard. We listened to Madison Brady. Do you guys remember Madison Brady yesterday? We didn't listen to the whole Madison Brady, but that was the counselor, and that counselor told us that Madeline said that she didn't really, what do we call it in other states, didn't fancy Stephan Stearns because she didn't fancy Stephan Stearns. Okay, hold on real quick. I didn't want to miss you. She didn't fancy Stephan Stearns because he was weird and he ate her food. Yet nobody turned him in. Happy Friday, Rosie. Love you, girl. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else. And neither would I. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else but with you guys. I miss you guys when I'm not with you. Choo choo. Ashton Lee, I want you to call in. I want to hear your voice. I want to hear all of your voices. I heard some of you guys on Turtle Island last night. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Okay. Okay. So she was a toxicologist. I knew she was one of the doctors or somebody that I wasn't expecting. Toxicologist. That's a big deal, guys. If the toxicologist is on the stand September 22nd, let's say that happens. You guys know the Naziah case that's happening. Grizzly was playing it on her channel. If that preliminary hearing happens or the pretrial, any of that stuff happens, guess what? I know she's a minor, but stuff's going to get leaked out about the toxicology, you guys. Let's see. I probably am going to do a weekend show this weekend. I am me. I probably am. And 420, we missed it, but we didn't miss it that much. Kathy Hanna, thank you so much. Justice for Naziah Harris. Do not forget her name. Okay, so you guys saw what happened in that case, right? Okay. Now, Linda, I want to talk about that because Angelica is added today. Angelica was added, and she's the one that has to get somebody to translate. You remember when we did the calls, one of the roommates did not speak English at all? They didn't give any indication, and I have a feeling they're not going to give any indication about knowing, because I think they wanted to mind their business, number one, and number two, they're best friends with the Soto family, you guys. Linda, do you realize that they're friends, that her roommate is best friends with Jennifer Soto's sister, Stephanie Soto. And Stephanie Soto is where Jen is hiding out. So, do you think that a family friend is going to go in there and say that she suspected anything? I don't think so, you guys. Unless they're gonna get a translator. I'm gonna show you that it's on the paperwork. And yeah, she did hear the noise. And guess what, you guys? They had tools. They had tools that morning. So maybe in hindsight, when they think about the tools, nobody ever used tools. That morning of Maddie going missing, they found tools. And I have some roommate audio I kind of wanted to play today. The other roommate was so obvious in the second interview. She was trying to backtrack. I have that, Ashton. So, I'm not doing anything right now except whatever you guys want. And talking about depositions. Jay, do you think you can interview Stephanie? Those people will not talk to me, Minnesota girl. They watch my show, and I know that they're not going to talk to me. They know that the hashtag arrest Jen Soto came from here. When Stephanie went to go pick up Madeline's box, now there was Madeline's box at her memorial site, you guys. When they took down the memorial, they had a few little trinkets and things left. Everything left of Maddie was in a box. Jen Soto didn't even have enough of a heart to go pick up her daughter's box. She sent the sister. And I got to hear through the grapevine that the sister went. And then I reported to you guys about it. The Soto family will never talk to me. I doubt it. I'm a very optimistic person, but I don't think so. Now, yeah, you're right, Frank Reeves. Angelica was the one that he photographed from under the door. The really pretty roommate that did not speak English. You're absolutely right. So that's why I'm like, why would they call her? She's going to say bad things about Stephan Stearns. It makes me wonder what questions they're going to ask about Jen. You guys, I have to tell you, mark September 22nd down, because even if the trial doesn't come, I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to hear some stuff. There's going to be something big that comes out. Thank you, Anna. I know Anna P. Pekarsky is from Florida. Thank you for the super sticker. My girl, Marcy, my girl. Okay, so when they bring these people on the stand, they're going to have to be as truthful as possible, and they're going to ask about Jen Soto. Now, they can ask tricky questions about Jen Soto, but Jay, that's because she can't risk being exposed. Exactly. So when they ask people like that, when they ask them, what does that mean? When they ask them tricky questions on the stand, I wonder what answers we're going to get. They're all going to call Stephan Stearns a lazy slob. I'll tell you that right now. Now, Shaylin says nothing more has been said about the charges that Angelica said she wanted to file against Stephan Stearns that no one else has heard. I wanted to talk about that today, too, because Shaylin, how is that going to affect when she gets on the stand and they talk to her? They're going to bring up the fact that he was taking hundreds of pictures, and it was only on one day. He took all of the pictures of Angelica under the door, and they were time stamped on one day. He was just creeping on her that day. So they're going to come on and talk to Angelica about that. But how did Jen Soto know, you guys? How did Jen Soto know about the pictures when she never saw them and they were only on one day? Now, I hope Angelica tells too, but I want them to talk about Jen Soto. We already know that Stephan Stearns is going to be in a ditch, you guys. Stephan Stearns is done. It's what strategy that he takes to bring Jen with him so he doesn't get the death penalty is what I'm focused on. Oh, Teresa. I see, and this is why I love you guys. And I didn't mean to ignore you if I didn't see that, but Teresa Knight personally gave a gift box to Tatiana at the memorial, you guys. Now, I want you to remember the memorial. That was where the memorial was, okay? And we also filmed the vigil. Tatiana was crying. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Okay, so Teresa is one of the ladies that's been wanting justice since the beginning. I don't know how to explain it other than she's put her heart and soul into this case with the other ladies and all of the advocates. She personally, Tatiana literally did more for that for Madeline Soto than Jen Soto, in my opinion, ever did her whole life. And Teresa, I bet you that probably brought tears to your eyes. Tatiana was a mess. Tyler didn't look, I didn't see him much. He kind of hid behind there's Grandpa Juan. He kind of hid behind Tatiana because he didn't, I know he was torn up. But Teresa, tell me in chat if you saw Tyler there. Did you get a chance to meet Tyler at all? Lou, I still can't believe Jen didn't go to the funeral memorial. She went to their private funeral that they didn't tell anybody about and that they spent the money on. I want to know if you guys see in chat if Teresa actually got to meet. I want to know if she got to meet Daddy, um, Tyler Wallace. All right. I think he's going to use TBI as a reason for his scam addiction. You think so? I think so too. I think so too, Lala. I think that they're trying to go for that brain injury to, I think he's going to do what Wade Wilson did for the CSAM. But what is he going to say about the Red Rum trial? That's what we're talking about right now. Okay, so I have some audio that I'll I have it that I'm going to play so you guys can rehear it. Now, Meredith Caskell, we talked about her. Okay, Italo Brett. We got Madison Brady added, Italo Brett, and Kenneth Daly. Okay, now this might not mean ish to you guys right now, but it will as we go. Now, I ask you, why is the defense deposing these people? How can they possibly help Stephan Stearns, you guys? How can they help Stephan Stearns? I want to see you guys' comments in chat. What is the defense going to do, and why are they going to depose these particular people that are on Jen Soto's team? This is for the defense. This is for the Red Rum case. What the heck would they want with these witnesses? Now, I know, don't give me the obvious answer, Jay. They need to know what they're going to say because they need to have a defense for what they say. I understand that. But there's a tactic, you guys. Yes, very beautiful with the help of Bree and the community. And thank you, Chatterbox. Talks a lot. My girl, Jay Scott talks a lot. Okay, so you guys, I just, without answering the obvious question, why would they get depositions from the camp? Look at that. It says Jay Scott on there. Yay. Love you, ladies. Happy Friday, Marilyn. Happy Friday, call in show. Yeah, we're gonna do the call in thing, guys. And Edith, I got your email. You don't have to chat, but I thank you for getting that email. I will message you when I get a chance. Deanna, hello. All right. Yeah, now they have to have a strategy and poke holes in the defense. Nettie, that is the very bottom. I love that you said that, but that is the number one reason is to poke holes. But are they going to ask about Jen Soto's personal life, about what she told them, about the demeanor, how she talked about Maddie, how much they fought? Did Jen talk about them sleeping together? He has to have a strategy for not getting the death penalty. And by him saying that he didn't start it, and a couple other things that we talked about yesterday where he blamed Jennifer Soto. Lynette, thank you. Thanks for the hard work. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Yeah, there's too much evidence, but there's not enough that he's not going to go for the trial anyway, you guys. A lot of info came out due to the FOIAs on YouTube. Not necessarily. We're still going. I got paperwork to show you guys. I'm getting there. It's Friday and I'm meandering into it. Maybe, Rebecca says, testifying in Stern's case wouldn't want the same witness when Jen gets her charges. Well, I don't know that matters. Yeah, that you're good. You're right. The charges, we hope that, and yeah, that's a good thing to say, but typically you're not going to call somebody's friends to talk to them about what? That's what I'm trying to figure out. And the only angle that Stephan Stearns has is he walked out of the apartment. He was so mad that morning. He went to go blow off steam. And when he came back, Maddie and Jen got into a fight and she strangled her. And Jen asked him to help get rid of the body. That's the only possible. I mean, in my mind, you guys tell me what you think. But with the pieces that came out of Stephan Stern's freaking mouth, he says he walked out, and I see myself lagging now. I'm sorry. Okay, Teresa Knight says, yes, I met and I talked to him. Oh, man. Bless your heart, Teresa. He was a mess. If he was a mess that day, I can imagine that he probably was a mess. Damn. Damn. All right. A few words that leads to doubt about Jen is all they need. Yeah, I know. That's all the freaking that's all the one juror needs. That's all one juror needs. All right, so let's stop. If that happens, it's gonna be like dropping a bomb on us. Well, Nettie, you better get ready and mark your calendar because they are gonna drop a bomb on us, and there's no freaking way that they're not. Now, they will have to stick to their first original. They didn't have testimony, Rebecca. They didn't have testimony. All they did was give a statement. So I got to tell you, they don't have original testimony. There is no testimony. They're taking depositions, and I'm going to talk about that now. They're going to answer what they're saying in the depositions, but they haven't taken them yet. So there's nothing to stick to. They've only just had statements. All right. I don't know why it's lagging like that, but all right, let me get to these. Let me pull this down. Maybe it's just the weather. So I want to show you the paperwork real quick and see if I'm gonna pull them up so you can see uh, the depositions that just came out. And this is Karen Vanderveen. Okay, so this is the toxicologist. Let me make sure you guys can see this. Stearns will flip on Jen before he takes that's what I'm saying. Otherwise, he has no defense. Okay? He has no defense at all. Right. I will think the lawyer will approach and help Tyler. I think a lawyer will approach and help Tyler make a filing. I don't know about that. Tyler's not even in the area, and most people don't do that. Most people don't do that. I I don't know, man. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, beautiful pictures. I'm gonna look at the depots real quick though, because I don't know what was. I know it's raining outside and they're doing work, so let's just talk about these real quick. I'm gonna show them and then we'll get into each person. So this is Karen, toxicologist, and she is scheduled. Now this is that was 9/13/2024. They didn't even use her, so now we'll see when that comes again. All right, so that's Karen Vanderveen. They went 9/13, canceled it for some weird reason. I don't know why. And then we're going to get to the next one, Meredith McCaskill. Now, that should mean something to you guys because we just talked about Meredith just a minute ago. All right, so, or I had her name. No, Meredith Caskill, you'll recognize the name from the audio you heard. We talked about Meredith and Bree. I'm looking at your notes, but okay, yeah. Okay, now listen, Meredith McCaskill is the crime lab, DNA, touch DNA, all lab crime lab analysis. The defense will want to poke holes in the case and try to find out what DNA and if there were any other profiles on Madeline Soto that day. Okay, so this is going to be a big one because you've got the prosecution and then you've got the defense. The defense is ready to go. Yeah, no, I saw the notes. I was gonna say my notes are. Yeah, I did that. I put it on there. I have so many different papers and so many notes. I didn't want to say the wrong thing, you guys. And if I missed anybody, I'm sorry. I'll get back to you guys. There's 403 people in chat. If you guys do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and get a membership if you can. All right, let's keep going. This is gonna be a bomb dropper. Now, you guys, it doesn't matter if she's a minor or not. Something's going to come out about what DNA was under her fingernails, What DNA was left on that sweater? Did Jen help? Did Jen help Stephan Stern? I mean, this can determine it could mean nothing. It could be a nothing burger because they can say, well, Jen did the laundry. Jen lived there. But then on the other hand, wait a minute. I thought Jen didn't do laundry. I thought Jen didn't do laundry, and that's why she never saw Maddie's panties and never noticed anything. Wait, what? Hold on a second. So why is her touch DNA all over the clothes that she was last seen in when she didn't see Maddie? Wait, what? Okay, I'm a newer sub, Destined Nation, New York. Such a fun channel. Well, thank you. Welcome, and I love your little. I think that's a dashin. There is that a dachshund? However you say that, dachshund, dashin. Everyone says it different. Beautiful dog. You know I love puppies. And Linda Ann, thank you so much for the Guilty of Crime membership. Some of you guys, I want to artist, PDO, Maddie's school, why they didn't get a warrant to check the phone to see if he was in touch with Jen and Steph that could connect. Well, they're going to be looking at that anyway, Romeo. They're going to be looking at that. There's got to be some connection because there were thousands of pictures and many thousands of pictures were not, in fact, Maddie, you guys. So at first, when we saw this case, I thought that, yeah, this sounds like a freaking, you know me, I'm skeptical about everything. That sounds like a conspiracy theory. That's nonsense when people start talking about Santa. Now, I'll admit, when people were talking about the Santa ring, I was like, no freaking way. But now I think it could be connected. And Stephan was trading pictures between those people. What about the people? What about the man at Maddie's school that recently got arrested for being a chomo, you guys? It happened right at Maddie's school. They were all trading, buying and selling the information that Stephan had on his hard drives and on his phone. And they weren't all Maddie. Remember that. A lot of people still don't remember that. All right. It's not all Maddie. Maybe there's evidence. That's what we want, Wanda. But even if there's circumstantial evidence, that's all we need. All we need is circumstantial evidence from this one lady that you let me take a drink and then I'm very hyped up because this one lady can drop a bomb on the whole case. Jen Soto redacted her statement, you guys. She redacted the statement that I read you yesterday. The statement said, I saw Maddie get dressed at 8 a.m. before she went to school. That's what she said in her the very, very, very first time they took a statement. That's what she said. Then she went back and talked to the police again, and she said, okay, I'm going to redact that. I'm taking that back. I'm confused. I took too many pills. I did not see Maddie that morning. I thought I heard somebody in the kitchen, and then they asked what she was wearing. And again, black shorts and a green hoodie. She wasn't wearing that. She was wearing jeans and a green hoodie. But how did Jen Soto know that if she didn't see her in the morning before she got dressed? If she didn't see her before or didn't help her get dressed? And the guy is putting, yes, there's a guy putting money on the books, and I bet you it's somebody that has to do with it. Now, they could be using the toys. They can be using the toys as a front, but they're going to get to the bottom of it. Thank you, by the way, Christine, my girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How did she know? Exactly. Well, guess what? This person that you're going to see here, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I just want to show you guys real quick that this person right here is going to drop a bomb on all of us. Meredith McCaskill. This lady, let me see if I can make it any bigger. All right. Oh, no, this is Karen Vanderveen. My bad. Hold on. Where did that go? Where's Marilyn McCaskill? What am I? I couldn't see it. That's why. Okay, that is Meredith McCaskill. Meredith McCaskill is going to be deposed, or depositions we're talking about. She's the crime lab, DNA, touch DNA, all DNA, swabs, the blood that was in Maddie's areas, everything. They swabbed in the cavities, all that stuff. She's from the Florida Department of Law Enforcement Senior Crime Laboratory Analyst, okay? So she's going to tell us what's where and who's what and who was touching what that morning. She's going to do buccal swabs. She's gonna tell. She's gonna tell. She's gonna do all the swabs and she's gonna say, why the heck did Jen Soto, why did Maddie have her skin cells under, why were Jen Soto's skin cells under Maddie when she was sleeping with Stephan that night and you never saw her in the morning? Okay. And it's okay if it's unpopular opinion, Kathleen. We are friendly around here. Unpopular opinion, but solo moms are solely responsible for who are there in their children. That's very not unpopular opinion, and you're absolutely right. Okay. So we're not even to the jury. We're not even talking about the jury yet. The jury, how many will it take for Stephan Stearns to get guilty? Can you guys tell me in Florida, is the death penalty a 12-12 situation in Florida, or is it an 8-12? Can you tell me that? Let me know. Okay, let's keep going because I don't know. The trial's going to have, yes, even if it's not the trial and they're just doing what they did for Jarvis Butts with the preliminary or pre-trial, you guys better get something to drink because you're screwed. Okay, so Florida is 8-12 for the death penalty, guys. All they have to do is have 12 people on the jury, and 8 out of 12 have to say, put that sick mofo to death, and they will. Now, you also believe the video of Maddie at the parking lot was Jen dressed in her clothes pretending. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I don't know about that, but I do know that they tried to use that as a way to track the police away and say Maddie's there. They didn't want them to find her body that quickly, but once they got Jen in the room and she was pointing, and she knew that that was coming, and she found out about that they had pictures of Stephan getting BJ's, then she said, here's where I think Maddie might be. We used to go up on the trail that way, and all the other things that she pointed to. And as a matter of fact, I was supposed to get the boots on the ground. Let me check my phone. We call her Boots. Boots from Florida is gonna go take a drive over there where the Gators are, you guys, and show us what Jen Soto was talking about when she talked about putting Maddie with the Gators. Okay, so I'm gonna get a video of that so you guys can see how cold and how cruel Jen Soto was to talk about Maddie as a body and Gators eating her body. When trolls start trolling, you know you've made it big. Woo! All right, and here you go. That'll make you so cute. What's up, Snee? How you doing? Okay, so this lady's gonna be a key person. It just keeps laughing. It's so funny. All right. Why does it say that on that screen and then on that screen? I see Meredith. Where do I? Oh, there it is. I have two of them. That's why. Let me pull this one down. It's making me. It's throwing me off. Okay, Meredith, we love you, and we can't wait to hear what you have to say. All right, next one. You guys got to know this: Madison Brady, Italo Brett, and Kenneth Dale. We've heard, I believe, every single person. I made it laugh again. We've heard all of that, and I don't know if it's still showing you guys. Yeah, it is. Okay. Are you talking about Casey Anthony? Yeah, they don't want Jen for that. They want her for so much more than that. Jen's a gypsy. It made you laugh, right? All right. 6 people, Florida. Most juries are made of 6 people, except in the first one. No, they don't have to be unanimous anymore. Nope, not today. It's 8. Some places are 8-12. 8-12. So I understand what you're saying there, but you're telling me only 50%? I don't know about that. I'm not gonna. I've never heard that in my life. I've heard 8-12. Jen Aker, my girl, you're right on time. You're always on time. You make it, you're on time. The condo of corruption. You know what, Bree? you didn't send me, or I don't know where those houses are. Yesterday I was talking about you. I'm trying to read JoJo's comments, but I can't, or Bree's comments, but I can't. I don't see Bree's comments right now. You were supposed to send me pictures of the house and stuff where she's hiding out, and also Yolanda's house, and I never got it from you. I don't know where it is. So Bree, I don't know what you're talking about. Do you want to call in and talk or what? I don't know. I don't see what you're saying. I don't see what Bree's saying. All right. Michelle Ramos. Welcome. Welcome. All right. Tell me. She says death penalty only needs 8 years. Yeah, that's what I said. 812. Someone else was telling me something else, and I was like, no, it's 812. Someone was saying 612, and I'm like, there's no way it's 50-50. Yeah, you should send those because I want to show people where she's hiding out. Sign me up for the jury, baby. Sign me up for this jury. Jen did it because she caught them and SS covered, but he's going to throw her under the bus. And that's what we're hoping. All right, let's take a look. We're still going through these, even though I love talking to you guys. Okay, so these are all the depositions that we talked about for January. And look at the dates on those, folks. 129-25. We're on 131-25. This happened. Madison Brady, you guys. We just heard from her. As a matter of fact, yesterday we played that. Italo Brett, we've heard. We'd have to go back. And if I can find it, I will. But right now I'm just gonna go through it. I know Bree put everything there. Okay, and then let me look at the last one so I get to my notes. All right. Oh man, you guys, this is the one that's got a lot of people on it that you guys will know. Our hero is in here, you guys. Kathy Hanna, welcome, welcome. Hi, Bree. Thank you for everything you do. Yes, yes. And if she ever starts her own show, I told her she can come collaborate with me. Mikey and Chloe, howdy. I love it. I love it. Howdy. I listen to country, you guys. I know a lot of people don't realize that. I was on the Turtle Island show last night on Dolly Uncensored, and there's a lot of people on Dolly Uncensored that are from like Tennessee, and they've got that twang, that country twang. I bet you guys didn't know that I love country, and I grew up in a small little place. I went to high school in the cowboy capital of the world. So, I have a California twang, but I have boots. I got my boots, and I go out to the country and I do my country stuff out in the country. I do my barbecuing, my roasting, and I might not look like it, but y'all, I got cowboy boots too. Just saying. Jen Mac 2403, thank you so much. Love your picture. Thank you for the $9.99 super sticker. I appreciate you greatly. And thank you, Rosie, for being a member once again. You've been here before. You've been here before. All right. So just if you didn't know, now you know. I love country. Dolly kicks butt. And you guys might not have known that because of the tattoos and because of how I look. But y'all, I got the country twang in me. I love all that. Horse riding, country music, all that. All right. What's up, my girl? Just Teresa, how you doing? Two Rosies. Isn't that doxing if you don't bag, Jay? What? If I don't bag? If I don't what? Are we talking about this? The people on here? I don't think we're doxing anybody on here. Everyone was using this the same document. So there's no like information on there. So no. Yeah, I'm California here. All right, so let's take a look at this real quick. Let me finish this so I can get off the screen. No, we're definitely not doxing anyone. This is the state of Florida, and these are all the people that we've heard already, and they'll take their depositions in a couple days here, a few days here, and a couple days here, and you're going to hear all their names, guys. We remember Barbara and Gerard. Barbara comes on the show sometime. Everybody's out there. Mariella Alejandra, you remember her? You guys remember her? No, I'm not doxing anybody, guys. I promise. I know better than that. I one time with Barbara Belmore, her husband, she got a little upset, and I said, "I'm sorry, Brenda Peace. I love your country twang from North Alabama." Well, I want you to know that I love country, y'all. I love being out in the country with the fires and the horses. I don't look country, but I am. I promise you. Michelle Ramos, thank you for the $5 super sticker. I would fit right in with the country folks, and that's why I was like, yeah. Yeah, freaking Dolly. All right, 444. That means prayer for little Maddie, guys. She actually wasn't little. She was just a beautiful young lady. And Nancy Rosca. Nancy's my girl from Florida. She donated last night to Bree. We see you. We see you. What's up, Cat TV? How you doing? All right. Especially abused. She stayed at grandma's a week before. And Jonna, the grandma shouldn't have sent her home. Yolanda should have never sent her home. Right? She shouldn't have sent her home. I feel bad that she did. I don't want to blame her. But I think my mom would blame herself if something happened to her granddaughter after granddaughter begged her not to go home. So I wonder how Yolanda's taking that. Carolina Hurtado, wasn't it your birthday yesterday? Happy birthday, Carolina Hurtado, and happy Friday. It was your birthday yesterday, and I did not see you in chat. So welcome. You guys get it together. Let's get the locks. Cat TV says, "Love you." The tattoo on your right hand. My right hand. It says, "Stay humble and stay loyal," and then it says, "Soulmate." All right. Yeah, let's do the locks of love, y'all. Let's do locks of love, okay? Girl, I'm in Texas. Come on to one of our bonfires and barbecue, girl. You got to barbecue it up if you want me to do that. Yeah, all love. We do have some audio of Yolanda, Mikey, and Chloe. There's a small tidbit of Yolanda. We did that footage or audio. We did that like a few episodes back. That's the first time we had ever heard Yolanda. Now the audio, the video footage is her in the office. She was in the office, creeping around in the background, side eyeing Stephan Stearns. So yeah, we actually do. It's on one of the episodes. Let one of my grandbabies cry and say they don't want to go home. They'll be staying with me till I find out what's going on. Yeah, we did Yolanda and we did Stephanie. Well, I'm coming over. I'm coming over. There's no deadline, chatter. No deadline for the locks. No deadline. We just want to get it out there so that we know. So can show the love for Maddie and the momentum doesn't die down. Okay, we don't want it to die down. All right, you guys. All right, so let's take a look at these depots. You guys will recognize as we go through. I'm gonna go through piece by piece. Okay, so all these folks, guys, this is the man. Thomas Karras is my personal hero. That's who I wanted to play today was Thomas Karras. He is my freaking hero. All right. He is the one that told the police and chased them down literally about Stephan Stearns with the flat tire. And that's how they found the body. Mel, my girl, I'll send 3 locks for Maddie from me and my granddaughters. Where do I send them? You rock, Jay. Well, thank you. All right. The on my community page, but also it's gonna be in chat. I wish you guys knew where my community page was. I feel like some people don't know. Right here, girlfriend Mel. Here it is. It's a PO box. I'll keep it there for a minute. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. That's my guy, Thomas Harris. I don't even know him, but I mean, Thomas Karras is my personal hero. James Carpenter at 1:30, Thomas Karras at 2. And I wonder why they're only doing 30 minutes, but this is for the defense. This is the defense calling Thomas Karras the guy that looked into Stephan Stearns' eyes as he was about to or just dumped Maddie's body, you guys. This man said he had a sad look in his eyes, but a sad dark, like he can see those dark eyes. All right, so we got Brittany, we got Angela DeLuca, Elizabeth Ellis, and then Jared Detective Fegan. You guys know Jared, right? Detective Fegan, I'm sure you guys do. All right. All right. So I think we did all those, right? There was only 5 papers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. Yep, that's it. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing this one because we got a few more things to share, and then I want to listen to some of the audio. I want to listen to Thomas Karras one for sure, and I want to show you my notes, my humps, my hump, my lovely lady. All right, notes on the people that are being disposed and who they are. We have lots of audio and images. I'm gonna put this back up for a minute while I'm digging through my stuff because so freaking cute. And I think the internet's doing better now. See, there it goes. Is it? There it is. Okay. I would like to think Yolanda has done a second interview, and she's not on anything. I'm going to show you those. Yolanda has not. She's not on. They're going to have her do it. There's no way that they're not going to use her for something when Maddie was at her house the week before and begged her not to do that. So okay, they will, but remember, we're talking about interviews, we're talking about statements, and then we're talking about depositions. Those are all separate things. Overprotected. 11111. LOL. My humps. They checked my crack butt the other day. You cracked. Oh, you making me laugh. All right. Actually, locks, not hair, like padlocks. No, like just locks, like any locks. You can go to the dollar store and get some locks, and me Pungy got a gift. Awesome. Yeah, you guys send them there. Hi, Sadie's mama. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. You guys are cracking up over there. That's why you guys keep coming back for the information and because, well, we laugh a little bit. I wish all the guilty of crime crew could go. I do too, and I am going to do my very best to go out there for a few days at least. Like I don't know how long I can stay in Florida, you guys, but I especially will go out there when it happens. I don't think the trial is going to happen September 22nd, 2025, but when the actual physical trial does, there's nothing stopping me from going at all. Like we're in the middle, I can still hear the drills in the background cutting out my house right now. Thank you, Rosie. Thank you for always keeping Maddie's story current. You're very welcome, love. Thank you. You guys do laugh a lot. I'm surprised you guys can't hear that saw in the background just cutting through my walls right now, man. All right. Let me see the other documents that we've gotten here, and then I will go through each person on here. Let's see. So Bree, you put it in the guilty of crime, and then we've got 2025 depositions, and then the new ones were, I think, in the 13125. Hold on, 13125. Okay, so there's a bunch of documents in here. Now, Bree, can you put yes or no in chat if the 13125 documents I can show that there's nothing that needs to be redacted, please? Yep, you're saying yes, we're all good. I can use them. I'm not gonna like show everybody's address. How do you open this, honey? I'm trying to get a drink real quick. All right, Kathy Hannah says, "Where do I send the locks?" If somebody could drop that down, that would be great. I'll show you again. It's a PO box and it's on my page, but we'll show you again. Hold on. There's my little girl. She's got an Easy E shirt on right now. We want easy, 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 easy. All right, hold on. Ooh, that's good. What is that?
Drink your water, kids and adults.
Love you. Go. Blue raspberry. That's good. Now get out of here. Love you. Close my door. All right. We do have a good time here, right? All right. Yes, that was my baby girl, Reese. That was good water. She got one of those water things that have like a flavor in it. Like they put like a ring that tastes like the flavor, but it's just, I don't know. But that was good water. All right. All right. So please send the locks right there. Yes, please do me a favor and hit that like button. UPS does deliver to PO boxes as long as they're not too big. Right? Jen's Amazon. Jen's a gypsy. I'm 40, but really about 8. Yes, I do love Reese too. You guys are drinking your water too? Isn't she adorable, Edith? I can't even stand it. I can't even stand it. I know. She's model status. She's model status. That's all I have to say. And when I see that little girl, it breaks my heart, you guys. And that's why I fight so hard for this because I can't even. All right, you say Plunder just came out with something new. Well, we should take a look at it then, you guys. Let's get through this documents real quick and then we can take a look at what she came out with. Thank you. I usually don't want to push everybody off my channel while we're doing it, but you know how that goes. All right, I do have the deposition stuff though, guys. Don't leave. I have new information as well. I'm showing you right now. So, let's look at Jen's hideout real quick and then I'll get back to the new documents and paperwork. There's a motion in limine on the trial procedure, guys. Mr. Stearns is charged by indictment with first degree. These are new documents just filed freaking yesterday, guys. So we love Plunder, but let's just wait a second, okay? I promise you I'll flop you over. You haven't seen these documents yet. This is also new information. I like how you say it always makes okay. I want to show you Jen's hideout real quick. I'm gonna pull this down. Oh, she's so cute. I can't believe. Oh, it makes me mad. It just makes me mad. I'm not even gonna. Your poor house. All right, my poor house is getting chopped up right now. But you know what? I have nothing to talk about. Do you remember that picture that Maddie has going on in the background? Do you know that picture where we saw her, the blue streamers, and Nancy Jean, a bunch of petitions submitted for pretrial. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. We're gonna get to that next. Nancy, you came up right at the 444. Let's do me a favor and say a prayer for Maddie that she gets complete and utter justice while she is spread. I don't know where her ashes are, but while Maddie no longer gets to live her life, Jen Soto is living her life in a house that looks like that, you guys. Okay, that makes me very upset. And Nancy, thank you for your support. Now, that is Yolanda's house. I told you, those people are fraudsters. Okay, they're fraudsters. They're all fraudsters, in my opinion. I don't really know Stephanie Soto at all, but I know she's hiding out over there. So that's bad enough for me. That's Yolanda's house. My daughter's gorgeous. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's my baby girl. I love her. Tea food, huh? Her favorite food is tea food. You guys are funny. Woo. Frazzled Virgo. Sometimes I think everybody has ADHD like I do. That is Yolanda's house. That is Jen Soto's mom's house. Now let's see where her hideout is. That's a big ass house, right? Jen Soto gets to go over there and live like that while Maddie's no longer alive. Oh, all right, let me show you where she's hiding out. This is not where she's hiding out. This is where she's hiding out, right, Bree? Say yes or no. Yeah, predators are everywhere, unfortunately, but we can bring awareness. Okay, there's the potato seller. Let me look at the other house. Yeah, of course, predators are everywhere. All you have to do is go and look in your neighborhood and you type in the address. Okay, there's where she's hiding out, guys. That potato is probably up in that window right now, you guys, living her best life while her daughter is no longer alive. There's that front door that we saw when the cops or whoever rolled up on them in the front door, and Jen was like, with her ugly potato face, right? Yeah, me either. You can't believe her house and Maddie didn't have a bedroom. Betty Spaghetti, right? That is her hideout, guys. That's literally Jen's hideout. Eating up all the food, being a big fat potato. Oh, I'm so mad. To the potato seller. Potato hideout. Let's go to the potato hideout. Come on, y'all, get your capes on. Let's go to the potato hideout. Here it is. There's the ugly, rotten potato. Let's go get her. All right. What's up, Remy? New member. All right. We got to. Yolanda is rich. That's what I've been saying. And Juan isn't doing too bad either. Yeah. And Maddie never had privacy. What about that? What about that? All right. Oh yeah, we're gonna do the interview with Thomas Karras because I love that guy so much and he's my hero. I agree. They're going to make them talk about Jennifer Soto fighting with Maddie. Yes, Nancy, thank you for that. Thank you for that. They are going to do that. And Nancy Jean, again, thank you so much for supporting my channel. Okay, listen up, guys. All of these depositions and paperwork has been filed and is happening right now and very soon. Public defender says the death penalty is not legal because not premeditated. Total of 6 petitions. You find them on the Osceola Clerk of Court website. I'm going to pull them up right now, Nancy Jean. When you say the public, are you talking about Stephan Stern's public defender saying that it's not legal because it's not premeditated? Because they charge with premeditation. All right. She's watching YouTube for sounds. You know, Jen, I wanted to do that, but many people are upset with him. I would totally donate my money to Tyler Wallace, but that's a touchy subject because Jen Soto stole the GoFundMe money for her daughter to be buried, and so people don't want to give to the potato seller. Prison's too good for Potato Head Jen. To the potato seller. You guys, we all need to say that at the end. To the potato seller for Jen. All right. Okay, it's the pregnancy test kits in the kitchen that gets me. You mean the ones that they had under their sink? All right, let's keep going. I just wanted to show you this. Let me show you the other paperwork so we can. Paperwork's never like my favorite thing to do, but I want to show it to you anyway. I love hearing interviews and stuff. All right, so this was just filed. Like this just came out. Thank you, Bree. Once again, as always, 1/30/2025, 444, guys. Okay, this is the Circuit Court, Ninth Judicial, State of Florida versus Stephan Stearns. Stephan Michael Stearns. Who gives a shit, right? I call him the Satan Stearns. I'm not gonna call him Mr. Nothing, Mr. Anything. No thanks. Say hell no to the potato. I wish Kryptonite. I wish DoorDash pub subs throw some poison up in there. She already poisons herself enough. Maybe she'll poison herself enough and just off herself. What? It's very strange. Surely something like that stays privately with you. What do you mean by that? Yes, strangely. Are you talking about the tests that stays privately with you? Yes, very sure. True crime insomniac. Did she seriously still the go? Yes, Mikey and Chloe. We did a whole episode. They donated over $16,000 in Stephanie Soto's name, and they donated it for the burial of Madeline Soto. Madeline Soto did not get buried. She got cremated, and all of the things for her private funeral were donated. So not only did we did an episode on her stealing the GoFundMe money, but she also scammed the COVID fund several times. All right. So I wish they could do that for her. Carolina Hurtado. I just knew it, Michelle. I have a hairstylist horror story. Was it your birthday yesterday, Carolina? Okay, let's take a look at this real quick. I want to get to the documents. Okay, so this is a motion limine on trial procedures, and I don't know if that's what you were telling me about, Nancy. I don't understand all the legal jargon, but it does say they're filing a motion respectfully asking that the court adopt the following three trial procedures at the defendant's first degree red rum trial in the grounds to support the motion. They want Satan Stearns charged by indictment with first degree red rum. Secondly, the state has filed an intent to seek the death penalty in the case. And then the third thing is a court's duty to search for the constitutional error with painstaking care is never more exacting than it is in a capital case. And then they cite Berger versus Kemp. By this point, it's well established that heightened standards of due process apply to imposition of the death penalty due to the severity, uniqueness, and finality of that sanction. And they cite another case. I don't know exactly what that means. This is coming from state of Florida versus Stephan Michael Stearns, and it was filed yesterday. And then I'm not going to read the whole thing, but no judicial qualification of witness as experts in the presence of jurors. Is that right? They don't want the wait, what? How is that possible? No judicial qualification of witness of the witnesses the states intend to call at trial. The state has witnesses listed who potentially might be called upon to render an opinion based on witness specializing training and knowledge. These witnesses include the medical examiner and analyst with the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, among others. And they state the Florida Code as an expert in a witness who's qualified to express opinions by reason of his knowledge, skill, and expertise, training, or education. A trial judge has broad discretion in passing upon qualifications, and let me see, rulings will be disturbed on appeal absent a clear showing of discretion. And what are they saying on this? What exactly does this mean? So first, they're talking about no judicial qualification of a witness as expert. They don't want expert witnesses and where the jury is. And then they don't want no mention of grand jury indictment to veneer. I don't know what that word is. I've never seen. I'm gonna just say veneer persons or jurors unless objected to. You guys, are you seeing this? Because this is a lot of legal jargon that they're filing, but it looks like to me you guys are talking about other stuff. I'm hungry and want subs. All right, well, I'm not a law tuber, guys, so hopefully someone will break down the legal jargon, but this was what was just filed. So I mean, they're blatantly asking for these things without explanation that I understand. No judicial qualification witness in the presence of jurors. No mention of grand jury indictment in front of the person or jurors. No reading of entire witness list by the prosecutor to the panel. Uh, and then that's it. They filed 3 motions. So we'll have to see if those motions go through. I don't exactly know what it is, but they filed it. All right. And then the next one, they've got another one filed the same time, motion limine regarding penalty closing arguments. What? The defendant moves the court in limine ruling directing the state to refrain from making improper comments in the penalty phase. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, we are deeply disturbed by court continuing violations of prosecutorial duty, regulate the discipline of the person admitted to the practice of the law, and then they're citing a bunch of stuff, invocation of religious authority, injecting the jurors a fear of emotion, admonishing the jurors, sending the message to the community, golden rule. Wow, guys, it's a lot here. There's a lot here. I'll probably just upload that to you for you on Patreon. If you're a legal person, you'll understand what it's saying, but there's a lot of this is talking about closing arguments. And many times, if you guys watch a case and you watch, a lot of times I don't watch a whole trial. I won't watch a whole trial because I can't. And some of the most important parts of the trial will be opening statements and closing arguments. And they give you rules. Oh, you just joined the Discord too, right? The X one that has all that. Cool. All right. So, guys, what they're asking is a specific rule is not to do something in the closing statement. They don't want to say a certain thing, and they gave pages and pages of documents. What's up, Michelet? How you doing? Michelet Reardon. Hi, Jay. Love you. And I think your name is Michelet because I have a girl at the Boys and Girls Club, and her name is spelled like that. All right. So lots of legal jargon, guys, but they're filing motions, and maybe, just maybe, September 22nd, we're going to go to war, guys. ladies, people. All right, now we got another motion file all on the 30th. Good Lord, Jesus. Okay, so this one they're declaring unconstitutional facially. I'm normally much better at this, but I don't know this. And applied MC Tim vulnerable due to age, disability, or familial or custodial authority. Why are they filing this? Now I know Nancy Jean, you came on here and you said something about this. You talked about them not being able to do the death penalty. What do you mean YouTube didn't notify you? Okay, every day at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock one time, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Yeah, Stephan, they had to do that, Marilyn. They have to give Stephan Stearns a decent attorney because it's a death penalty case. It's so bad. It doesn't mean anything other than they're gonna put up a fight, which is pretty typical. But what it does mean is they're gonna try every strategy. And what I'm here is for complete justice for Madeline Soto, which means to blame Jen Soto for the part that she did. And these lawyers aren't gonna let Stephan Stearns keep his mouth shut if she helped, guys. They're not. They're just not. Wow. 1L Michelet is Italian spelling, 2 French spelling, but they're both pronounced. Is it Michelet though? Or is it Michelle? Because my friend's is or the lady's Michelet. And I only speak English. But bump. September 22nd is your son's birthday. Well, maybe the birthday present will be that we hear finally that Jen Soto was involved in this. All right, let's keep going through this so we can get to more fun things like listening to audio. All right. So this is another motion that they just signed and aggravating circumstances of the victim. Capital felony was particularly vulnerable due to advanced age. I wonder why they're saying that. That's why they had an attorney on there on the other channel that was using this because they're just going for it, guys. They're capital case in which prosecution is asking the court to impose the death penalty. That's what Nancy was talking about. Lots of legal jargon, lots of motions. The terms of circumstances are so vague and ambiguous that they failed to channel or guide the sentencer's discretion in order to minimize arbitrary and capricious action in violations of the Florida and United States constitutions. Wow, man. They're gonna do this. They're going to war. Eighth Amendment requires that aggravating circumstances must be construed to permit the sentencer to make a principal distinction. Listen, you piece of garbage attorney, even though you're not a piece of garbage and you're doing a good job, actually, they're going for it, guys. Construed to permit the sentence and make a principal distinction between those that deserve the death penalty and those that don't. Okay, guys, who here thinks that Stephan Stearns doesn't deserve the death penalty for taking a little girl's life after brutally assaulting her for years? Nobody. Okay, good. I thought so. That's absolutely ridiculous, Nancy. I'm glad you told me about that. All right. Jay, is it a good idea to ask Kurt at Uncivil Law to break it down? It is a good idea. It's a good idea to ask anybody that wants, any person that understands the law, that's a really cool person that wants to collaborate. That would be a good idea. Do you know, Kurt? I wish I watched more Uncivil Law. I don't. They have to fight for their client. Yeah. All right, I want to see what this says. You guys have good comments right now. I appeal to any Soto family member or friend. Tell please anything that helps investigations as to Jennifer's involvement, anything said or done by her. And I agree. Thank you. They're already deposed, guys. So they have to talk. But please, Simon K., what you're saying, you're absolutely right. Yeah, he deserves 1,000,000 years, right? All right, let's get through this. These documents were new today. So thank you for getting them last minute. Bree, again, I don't speak legal jargon, but what I do know is they're absolutely fighting for their client, and you can see some of what they're talking about. The victim of capital felony was particularly vulnerable due to advanced age or disability. Remember, they wanted to play that. There's an aggravating circumstance, guys. You guys want to play that game that Madeline Soto is handicapped and autistic and she can't find her way home. Well, you want to play that game. Well, guess what? The game gets played back on you because you were abusing an autistic child that couldn't function and didn't know how to get home, right? Hey, we get locked up for social media posts and quiet prayer. Yeah, right? Right? Jargon for days. But we know what they're saying. We understand what they're saying. What's up, my friend Carrie? Hey girl. Dulcie says, "Thank you, Jay, for all the work in the crew." Like Bree, yeah, all of them. You're welcome. Each crew member provides something different. Bree is just one that we, for some reason, all day we vibe on the same times. Where I'm gonna say, "Hey, hey," and everybody else is, yeah. Each one does each thing, but yes. Thank you to all the mods that help every day. Here's my queen JoJo, the queen of links. And then my other ladies aren't feeling too well today. So we say a prayer for the ladies that aren't feeling well. Wolfpack, Patty, and Carly. All right. Yeah, that's how we make such a great team, because everybody has their own talent. And when you bring all talents together, it makes a much better team. All right, so hey, let's use that against them. Let's use the aggravating circumstances about a little girl that was given. She was particularly vulnerable by giving a bunch of medication and not able to know where she lived. And the mom and the boyfriend were doing things to her. How about that? The term disability is equal, vague, and indeterminate of the meaning. Running. Wow, man. Wow. They're going to town on this. Nevertheless, when faced squarely with issues of whether or not Florida's statute of HAC's corresponding jury instruction, you remember they filed jury instruction. They filed a motion for jury instructions to be a certain way that they wanted it to read in the beginning. So that's what they're doing. They're just getting ready for war. Stephan Stearns is one that got caught. If you see red flags, speak out. Absolutely. We love you too. All right, let's keep going. Link them. Yeah, we will. We will. We will. We have to, because I don't understand all this. I do understand what they're doing, but I couldn't tell you each thing because, well, I'm not a law tuber. All right, failure to limit this aggravating circumstance to situations in which the age is okay. Again, they're talking about that. Victim has a nexus to capital felony, violates due process under both state and federal constitutions. Man, I bet Florida's talking about this right now. And there we go. We're talking about in discussing constitutionality under the due process of cold, calculated, and premeditated aggravating factor. To avoid arbitrary and capricious punishment, this aggravating circumstance must genuinely narrowed the class of persons eligible for the death penalty. Nancy, you were right. And must reasonably justify the impositions of a more severe sentence on the defendant compared to others found guilty in the red rum. Zant versus Stephen. Oh boy, guys. Boy, oh boy. None of this is going to work, by the way. I mean, it's gonna work, and they're gonna go. They're crossing their T's and dotting their I's. But the moment people hear about what's been going on and they hear the evidence from all these witnesses, you can say whatever you want in these motion limine and all these motions are filing since server. I get a limited access to town prosecuting. Yeah, you should be nerding out over here and telling us what the heck this means, because motion to limine again requires state to proffer any and all victim impact evidence. State of Florida versus Stephan Michael Stearns. And then they just go into it, man. Victim impact evidence, the definition of and the victim impact witness, the defendant. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. All right. How many more do we have of these? Motion to declare sections 9.1 Florida Constitute Standards of Instruction unconstitutional. Now, they did file one like 2 weeks ago for jury instructions, but now they're going to town. They're trying. I just can't wait for this. I can't wait for September, guys. The defendant, Stephan Michael Stearns, moves that this court enter its order declaring section 9.21, 921, whatever, Florida statute and the corresponding standard instruction. We don't give a shit what Stinky Stearns wants. The defendant is charged with a capital homicide in which the state is seeking the death penalty. Among the statutory aggravating factors, which the jury may consider at the penalty phase, of course, is supported by the evidence and proven beyond a reasonable doubt. We hope so. The capital felony was committed by a person previously convicted of a felony and under sentence of imprisonment or placed on a community controller. And he wasn't, though. The defendant was previously convicted of another capital felony. They said that again, involving a threat of violence. The defendant knowingly created a great risk of death to many persons. This is BS. The capital felony was committed while the defendant was engaged. So are they saying because he did this the first time that he shouldn't be eligible for the death penalty? What? What is he saying here? Yes, Dulcie, please do me a favor. We have 435 people in chat. Do me a favor, hit that like button, y'all, if you like how I present true crime, and at least you understand that I know how to read. Because if I didn't, I'd be like, what the hell are we talking about? But it looks like they're trying to say that because it's the first time that Satan Stearns did this, because it's his first time he did this, that he shouldn't get the death penalty and the homicide. What? I don't think so, man. I think that's a bunch of BS, and I'm glad I'm not face to face with that attorney right now, because I'm telling you, this is absolutely ridiculous. Well, they talk about the capital felony was committed while the defendant was engaged or was an accomplice in the commission or attempting to. I wonder if they're going to talk about an accomplice being Jennifer Soto. Committed in purpose of avoiding, preventing a lawful arrest, capital felony. Man, guys. Especially heinous. Well, he got the especially heinous and atrocious and cruel. Capital felony was a homicide and committed in a cold, calculated, and premeditated way, which he's going to say it wasn't premeditated. The victim of capital felony was a law enforcement officer? No, it was a little girl. That's even worse, or the same, equally. Oh my God, this is just insane. The victim of the capital felony was a person. Hey, look at the victim of a capital felony was a person less than 12 years of age. So they're saying because Maddie's 13 now? All right, Deanna, I'm going to look at your thing. They are doing the same first so they can get the death penalty when he goes to trial. I hope so. Well, we hope. Listen, Dulcie, we don't even want this to get in. Just because they file a motion does not mean that they're going to accept it. It does not mean that the judge is going to say, okay, nobody's accepted anything. It just means it got filed. Yeah, it's the first time he got caught. That's what it is. That's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, he's a monster. It's the first time we ever caught him. We don't know. But we did see other children in those pictures. All right. You wish I would go. There's no straight to the point, Giselle. I can't go straight to the point because that's what we're talking about here. There's no straight to the point. They're saying that they're giving us all of the terms in this. There is. If you want me to get straight to the point, they're filing motions to get Stephan Stearns out of the death penalty because of all these other cases and because he doesn't have a record and they can't prove that it was heinous and he'd done it before. That's my point. I can't tell you the point that I don't know. they have another declaration, jury constitution, and just undersigned attorneys, capital felony. That's basically what it is. They're filing motions and evolving standards of decency, rendered a felony, aggravated, unconstitutional. They're trying to throw all these things in there so that he doesn't get in trouble, so he doesn't get the death penalty. The defendant comes here, made to understand the attorney. Okay, so now this last one they threw in there, guys. Now I'm getting to my point. I know. I don't know why people do that. I don't understand. I'm actually getting to the point. I'm showing you guys the documentation, but hey, whatever. The last one was they deposed Angelica, guys. Let me go back to that. They deposed her, Angelica Negro. That was Negro Guerrero, but she needs a Spanish interpreter, guys. So they are going to do that on 4/29/2025 and get an interpreter, because you remember how hard it was to understand what she was saying. And then here, you guys, they have more depositions. Yes, they are also buying time. Now, what if Satan Stearns was implicated? And she's allowed to run around. Yeah, right? Exactly. Yeah, we saw that. He was hospitalized for heat related illnesses. All right, so look, these are the children, guys. They're deposing the children. And thank you, Dulcie. We are here because we want to hear all of it, not just, hello, this is Jay with Guilty of Crime, and we don't like Satan Stearns and hashtag arrest Jen Soto. Okay, bye. See you guys next week. Ay, ay, ay. You can't win no matter what, can you? Okay, so these are the depositions, guys. They added Angelica, doesn't speak English, so they're getting an interpreter. That Angelica was the one that got recorded under the door. They added these minors. I'm going to bet you my car keys that this SE person is her best friend that's a minor. We know her first name was Sage, but we're not going to talk about her last name. And then these are her two little friends, EG and LL. We got 3 minors going to be deposed on 4/22/2025. All right. So that was added. And then, y'all, they've got all these people that we don't know. So I'd love for you guys to give me suppositions on what you think, and just let it roll around in your head. This list, they just added a whole bunch of people that I've never heard of. So what does that mean? Mickey Sayer, my girl, I love your picture. You're like, no bullshit here. We don't like BS. Thank you for the $20 super sticker, my girl. I appreciate you. For that, I'll put the potato up. All right. What are they going to do with that, guys? Okay, so Frank, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I like no nonsense people as well, especially ones that aren't so rude. All right. Frank says what? Why his attorney wants them to charge to be heard first, because in the case the image on his phone was heard the first time, the case would not be as. You're right. You're right, Frank. There you go. So if they do the capital red rum charge, then it wouldn't be his first. Then it would be his first case. But the CSAM one is actually coming up first. And when they have the CSAM one come out, and then they go into the red rum, it's not going to be his first. It's actually technically going to be his second. Good call, my man, Frank. Good call. But doesn't mean that they could bring that in, guys, which is very unfortunate. It's kind of like the bad grandma case that we just saw. Did you guys, what do you agree or disagree? Bad grandma babysat her daughter's son. Her daughter's son drowned. His daughter's son died. 2 years later, they have another kid. Grandma babysits their daughter now. Daughter dies. They didn't let the jury know that the grandma had killed the son first, and now grandma killed the daughter second. Grandma killed 2 children within 2 years. Jury didn't know. So jury didn't convict her on manslaughter. Jury just convicted on leaving her in a hot car. When the jury finds out that grandma took the life of 2 little kids, they're going to be pissed. Ashton Lee says, can the mods just start blocking all these effing trolls? Yes, they can. You guys, if you guys do me a favor, just time out the people that are rude. I don't mind having this. I don't mind having discussions and you guys questioning me or not agreeing with me. But Ashton's right. Like we're talking about this case that is so very crucial, and right now, I mean, these things they mean something to us, right? They mean something to us. So it's not nice to so yeah, you guys just if you feel like people are being rude, just time them out because you guys don't deserve to hear me bitching at somebody on here. It's just not fair. All right. We don't know right now, but there have been. All right. Anyone know anything about Sebastian's case? Nothing's new, Nikki. Nothing's new. I wish we did. I just reported on the Sebastian case last week and they're still speculating things. Dog is still out there. The the um the reward has gone up a little bit, but that's really about it. I have a Range Rover and a Glock. I know how to use both of them. Leanne, I've missed you. I've been meaning to text you too. There you go. That's my girl. Hello. I'm so glad I have a place to go to gather for Maddie. Thank you, Anna. Now, Anna, you're from Florida. Does anybody in this case know anybody? Thank you, Ashton Lee. I appreciate you because you know what? We don't deserve that when we're trying to do. We're not being rude or doing anything nefarious, and we don't deserve disrespect. Um, all right, so let's look at this last one here and all of these dang people. I don't know who these people are. I know you're right, wait, Liv. Absolutely right. You people that are my followers all the time deserve attention. All right. Now and most of the time I just laugh it off, but you guys in chat don't like it either. And I get it. Okay, so here's the last filing, guys. 12425. Renee Davila, 328. I have not heard of these people. Does anybody have an idea who the heck these people are? This is the people that they're deposing. We're still talking about the Capital Red Rum case coming up September 22nd, 2025. Come now, the defendant, here in the name. This is Stephan Michaels or Stephan Satan Stearns. And between 328 and 411, Renee, Shay, Frankie, Christine, Tristan, Julia, Aubrey, these are all adults. Lorene, Hannah, and Lindsay. They want them to be on the side of Stephan Stearns. They want to take their deposition. So I don't know who those people are, you guys. I have never seen them. Anna Fleming says, I don't know anyone involved, but I'm bothered that he drove her body in front of my house. Oh, I would be too, Anna. I would be too. And you know who else is? I believe it's Barbara and Gerard as well. They actually, with Thomas, also saw that his evil eyes out there dropping off her body. I bet you that oh man, oh, that hurts my soul. I'm sorry, Anna. I'm sorry, but yeah, that did happen too. I believe that was Gerard that said he saw him go around, and remember he dumped Maddie's body right there. Prayers, Anna. Prayers. YouTube just kicked my new pictures, kicked off for a minute. Thunder Maiden. All right, I'm going to pull this depo down. I'm going to show you my notes for all the people, and then we can listen to something now. Quickly, let me answer that. What's Kofi? I'd like to contribute to the mods. Now, Ashton, none of the mods want none of the mods want any of the buy my coffee stuff. The only one that has the buy my coffee is for Bree, and it's because she works on other channels, and she does do a lot of work, but normally it's like buy mods coffee or something like that. So it's just for her helping out, and we usually put it at the end of the show. You're welcome to ask Bree. Jojo's been pushing it, but Jojo, it gets confusing, so let's save that for the end of the show, please, Jojo, because it does get confusing when you see that. And I do appreciate all of her work on this episode. And when we do the episode with Bree on the whole time for the Naziah case, we'll push it, but it goes at the end of the show. So if you can keep it at the end of the show, that would be great. Jojo, you got it? All right, thank you. Yeah, it gets a bit confusing. Yeah, Bree does Bree's hustling. She's on different channels. She was on Gavin. They should definitely be pushing that on Gavin because I'm pretty sure you did the whole Gavin show. You like ran that. They should have definitely been having that up. So thank you, JoJo. We'll save it for the end. I do appreciate, but I don't want to confuse anything. All right, yeah, Bree, thank you. All right, Deputy First Class Renee DeVille. Oh, is that what it is? That's the only person I know. So Deputy First Renee Davila. Yeah, we all hustled. Yeah, exactly. Synth. We got Leanne. We got Sweetie Brookahire. All those girls they all hustle for the channel. But I've asked them, and they don't want any of the buy me a coffee or anything. And so to keep it not confusing, Bree works for our channel and other channels, and we always push it at the end. So thank you. All right, let's pull this down and let me show you guys. Hold on. Where am I? Let me stop sharing that. I was so happy to get a hold of these documents today too. And I wish I would have had somebody that was able to that knew all the legal jargon, but that's a whole other show, I think. All right, so let's take a look at the people in a row real quick. And Ashton, I do too. I have mods in here that aren't even mods, and they stand up for guilty of crime. I love it. Stop making me get songs in my head, Foxy Amazon. Okay, so one of them, oh, good, okay. We could have looked that up. We just didn't because it was last minute. Crime scene investigator. You know what? This might be a good time. Let me see if I have the Thomas Karras file, and then we want to do a call in and try it out. Okay, so Meredith crime scene lab. Bree just put up. The other person is going to be a Yeah, I am too, Synth. I'm just barely making it by right at this point. Bree saw my big giant bill that I have to pay for them tearing down my house. All right. That's a funny question. I'll have to laugh at that. Gotta laugh at that. Okay, so some of those people are going to be really important that we saw. There was crime scene investigators, but we're looking at this. We saw Meredith. She's the crime lab. If I had time, I'd go over all this, but we have pages here, and oh wow. Okay, so I'm going to show you one just so you understand what's happening. I do want to see if I have Thomas Karras's though. Italo Brett. Oh, these are all the people, but there's so many things that it's hard to. I think we need like a whole other show. Okay, so we can do Thomas Karras after. Let me just show you what we're talking about. Thank you, Synth, for gifting the 5 guilty of crime memberships. Okay, so the first one, thank you. I appreciate you, girl. Love you. Thank you. Okay, so the first one is Meredith, and she's very important because she's a crime lab DNA person. And the reason we know this, well, is because we did research, right? But I'm going to pull this down and show you something that hurts my soul. Let me stop sharing this. And yeah, we might have to do a whole other show just to break down each one of these people. Like we've already been here for an hour and 42 minutes, and we haven't even got through half of like what every single person is. Foxy Amazon, is it 420 time? Don't watch him. Nope. Nobody is. Nobody is. Nobody is. Nobody is. All right, let me show you what this is. So the first person that we saw was Meredith, and I cannot wait to see if there was something under Maddie's fingernails, where the blood came from, guys. We don't know if the blood came from Maddie having a period, which would mean she's not pregnant, or if the blood came from Stephan doing, well, his kinky stuff that he does, right? Okay. Yeah, you definitely, yes. Yes. Thank you, Mickey Sayer. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the new members. All right, now when the detective asked about the sleepovers, he should have probed why she knows what could happen. I wonder why they didn't probe more. Definitely do a breakdown. I have to do a breakdown, but it's gonna be there's so many. Yeah, this. Okay, so here's the first person, and there's 12 depots, so there's no way for us to get through all that. We're gonna have to do a part 2. And you guys still want to call in, right? You want to try the new call-in number. If you guys want to do the call-in number, you got to let me know. Hi, guys, just made it. We'll have to do a rewind. Well, hello. All right, I'm gonna pull this up and then I'll put the screen back on and we'll do a call-in. We'll do a call-in. So let's make sure you guys can see that. That first person that's being deposed, you guys, is going to be the person that took these. So if you want to know who it is, it's the death investigation of Osceola County. And these are the terrible, terrible things. But this is what I was talking about. The buccal swabs represented as Stephan Stearns. Penile swabs, DNA represented from. Now, remember, they redacted Madeline Soto at the time because she's a minor. Left fingernail clippings. We don't know if the DNA is going to come back as Jen Soto or Stephan Stearns or someone else. Right finger or nothing. Right fingernail. Neck swabs represented. Remember, guys, she was strangled. Somebody used enough force to break the hyoid bone and strangle her, which means they swabbed her neck to see what they can get from it. Okay. So they're going to be checking all of those things and then they're going to be taking depositions on those. So I'm really, as much as it sounds terrible, I'm excited to see what they find. Left neck, right hand swab for Madeline Soto, left hand for Madeline Soto, rectal swab for Madeline Soto. And then we know what the vajayjay swab is, and the hair, and the breasts, and then the oral. Okay. So we all understand what all that is. That gave me nightmares the first time I had to do it. Bruising consistent. Someone said bruising consistent with hand strangulation or possible the dog. Exactly. All that stuff is coming up. And yes, the depositions are going to be mind blowing. We're going to know so freaking much about this case. I'm going to pull that down because last time it gave me nightmares. I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to put the call in number and see if we can properly, and when I say we, meaning I, but I'm gonna if Bree is still open to do it, she's gonna be the first call in before I do anything. So that being said, let me pull this up and let's see if it works. All right, we got all that turned on. Bree, let me know when you're here and I'll have you call in and we'll test it out and you can talk about anything you want, and then I'll put the call in number and I'll let you guys talk about whatever you want for a little bit because we have a call in number. It is morbid, but I wonder if they swabbed. Yeah. That's interesting, Ashton, right? You would think they swabbed anything and everything that they could. But my problem with them, yeah, I'm not hearing anything yet. The problem with them, she doesn't call yet. I forgot what I was going to say because now I'm looking at the call in number. Yes, all right. All right. There you go. Hello, Brina. Can everybody hear Bree? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You, you can? Okay. And let's see if everybody else can hear too. Can you guys hear us all? They can't hear you either. Okay, let's see if I have. Let me do this. Let me see. They're saying no. So that means I would have to. Hold on. Let me do this. I've never done this before, so that's why I'm gonna have to share the voice call deal, and
Yeah.
then we'll see if that happens. All right, talk, Bree.
This is a little bit of trial and error, so hopefully this works.
Okay, well, sing us a song. Can you guys hear Bree because she's
Oh,
talking?
there we go. I can hear myself now. Hello, crime crew.
Everybody here? All right, they can hear you. So there we go. We're good. Everybody's happy. Now I realize what I have to do. I'm going to turn the volume up so I can hear and everybody can hear. All right, what do you got to say? Anything?
Well, I started looking at the names on that one deposition, and if you notice, after the names, there is a badge number or there is a number, which means they're law enforcement or some sort of forensic investigator or someone that works for the police or somewhere. They're not just a civilian.
Which is perfect because you guys, we've been waiting so freaking long to hear the actual evidence instead of just playing the guessing game, right, Bree?
Yeah.
I mean, we've literally been playing the guessing game, you guys, the whole
Yeah,
time.
exactly.
And
Yeah. So
it's
yeah, the badge numbers kind of give it away. So when you look up the names in the 856 page deposition, or not deposition, sorry, the PDF, the names are all in there, and they come up as like officers, deputies, forensic investigators, all different stuff like that. I've been kind of compiling a document with who's who. So
yeah, because we're gonna have to do another freaking episode because we didn't even get through half of it, which is okay. We have lots to go, lots to go. And with Bree's help, we get through it faster. We can like do a switch off or something, or you do some, I do some.
yeah. I just wanted to address two things really quick. First, there was someone that was watching earlier and they made a comment and they said they wanted you to hurry up and get to the point. I timed them out, but if you're still watching, I would suggest that if Jay doesn't get to the point quick enough for you, maybe the rewatch crew would be more your style so you can put her on a faster speed.
Yeah.
You don't have to be rude and make comments saying, hurry up and get to the point, but I timed you out. So sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, don't be
And
sorry.
then there's, yeah, then there's someone else that was commenting about doxing by showing the pictures of Yolanda's house
Okay.
and Stephanie's house. So we were doxing. If you notice, I
okay.
cropped the image. There's no address anywhere. I didn't show the neighbor's house. You can't see a house address number. There's no street information.
Yes.
So that is not doxing. And if you look in the public records that are released on the Osceola court site, the address is in those documents and is not redacted for a reason. So it's public record.
Thank you. And we had a whole conversation about that. So that threw me off when someone said that. So I appreciate that you took all of those steps to do that because I've made that mistake before and it's not a good mistake to make, but it didn't happen. So yeah, sorry, not sorry. I love Bree's Canadian accent. She's got this accent that you don't have in California. I'm in California and she's in the East Coast side of Canada. So I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I don't think I have an accent, but when people have me, me and my fiance who's from Florida, we get in an argument if it's that or Z, or if it's about or a boot, or
Yeah.
I say sorry. Apparently, I say sorry the wrong way. It's sorry, not sorry. And so we have our little debates, and he says I have an accent, and I don't think I do, but
Oh no, you
we'll
do.
agree to disagree.
And so does Carly too. Carly and I will have like this we'll be talking about something and I have no idea what the hell she's talking about because it's not even a word that we use here in California. So it's funny.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. Cody, like, we say toque for hat, and he's like, hat. I'm like, toque. And he's like, hat. And I'm like, what does the tag say? And he's like, he covers it with his finger. He's like, it says hat. I'm like, no, it doesn't. It says toque. And then we just kind of debate, and he throws the tag in the garbage so I can't see it.
I've actually never even heard that word. You say toque? What are you saying?
Toque. It's a toque.
I've-
Touque.
I've
It's
actually
a hat with a little pom pom at the top. It's a toque.
I've never heard that word in my life.
Oh my goodness.
That's why they make me laugh. Carly does too. She says these weird things. You guys have weird holidays. All right, it's funny. Or you guys, sorry, yeah, sorry is cute, right, Jamila? It makes me want to it makes me want to get mad. So she has to say sorry.
I'm being asked to say roof. Roof.
Roof. The roof.
Am
The
I
roof.
supposed to say roof? Roof? Roof?
How do you say it? Roof?
I say it roof. Or like creek or crook. I say creek.
Okay,
But
how do you say
my
naked?
fiance and I go through all these words all the time. I just say creek.
Do you say
Creek, roof.
naked?
Pardon?
Naked or naked?
Naked.
Okay. All right, now we're having a crick. We're having too much fun. Yeah, it's starting to. I don't know why it's starting to get choppy. But would anyone else like to call in the live number? Would you guys like? That's what we're doing it for. Everybody asked me to have a live number so that we can start having bacon. Yeah, you guys, it's if you guys want to, it took me quite some time today to figure it out because I'm 45 years old. I'm getting in that close to the the boomer age. Oh man. Rosie wants to call in. Like I see a yes. But
I
no,
say do it up. I say call in.
I say if someone wants to call in, they should let me know. If you guys
It's
don't, then
Friday night. Do it
yeah.
up.
Yeah, someone said, "Oh, there we go. Someone's calling in. Let's see if I can catch that one." Okay, so we're gonna do this.
Call from Nancy Jean. To accept, press 1.
We got it, baby. Hello, Nancy Jean. How are you?
Hi, Jay. I
Hi.
just joined you. I had a little incident here, and I hear you got your phone line open.
We do. We finally
That's
got
awesome.
it. Yeah. Yeah, now there's gonna be a bunch of people calling in, and that's okay. We'll get it figured out.
It works good. I got right through.
Yeah, it's a Google Voice number. It's kind of like what Dolly does. Do you know who Dolly is?
Oh, yeah, I saw that last night.
Yeah, me too. The Turtle Island. That was funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry to blow you up with all those court
No.
papers, but while I was listening to you, I go on and I usually check, and see what's new, either in the jail records or court records. And I saw six of those. I said, let me just open one and see what it says. And it would happen to be that one on the death penalty, trying to overturn that. So,
Well, I'm glad you did.
it'd be
I'm glad you
interesting
did.
to know. And this could be something they do all the time. I don't usually follow cases to the point where I'm looking up court records.
Right.
So.
Exactly. I think it's a first for a lot of people. Even though we're, the crime junkies and stuff, we watch shows, but we don't always dig that deep into it. So we're going to learn a lot together, I think. And,
You've got some great people that are on the crew here.
Yeah. And I think other people.
I saw Teresa tonight.
You talked to Teresa?
And I were at the that memorial for Maddie. And we did see Tyler. You probably didn't see him much because he really kind of stayed out of the way. It was a little overwhelming, I think, to him.
Yeah, he didn't even talk. He wasn't able to talk, from what I heard. We did
talk to him privately. He talked, but when it was just overwhelming.
Right.
So.
No, I just saw that.
Tatiana did an excellent job, though. She, held it together.
Poor thing.
And,
poor thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's so hard.
Her mom and her sister are wonderful. Tatiana's mom and sister came, and they are it was Tyler's mom, sorry, and her sister, and just really wonderful people. So I'm hoping that some part of that crew is able to get out, even if they all can't, to help support, because it is, it's a trip from Texas, but I definitely think it's worth coming. I mean, I couldn't not be there.
I agree. That's exactly what I'm saying, and it
Yeah.
sucks because Jen tainted the GoFundMe thing to where people are afraid to donate to GoFundMe for Tyler because she took all of it, and so now everyone's like, well, what do we do? Um, so and things change a lot too. So what if he goes and books his every last penny, and then it changes?
Yeah. I think Southwest comes, and Southwest will just reschedule you. You don't lose your money with them. And I
Well,
think they fly Texas to Orlando. But
okay.
yeah, I don't know that everybody. I mean, I know that there's been talk about people not wanting to contribute. That was a long time ago, and it was a different person. It was different circumstances. I don't think that there's generally a distrust, especially among people who know each other like we all do. I don't think that would be
Well, that's good.
an issue.
I haven't talked much.
That's just my input.
Well, no, that's
I know.
good. I've heard other people though that have a concern. I have no concern. If he makes one, I'll donate to it. I'll put it on my channel. But I've heard from some of the other people that no, hold off on doing that because, and so whatever you guys say, I take your lead.
It did leave a stain, but I don't think that it depends on obviously what the cause is for and who wants to donate. You don't want to donate, don't donate.
Exactly.
No, I'm that choice.
I'm 100%. I've been told no. That was I take my marching orders from the ladies, and I've been told don't do anything without getting my direction from. I won't even say who. There's a couple people, and so I just don't do anything until I'm told.
They're trying to protect the name, Maddie's name and the cause. They don't want it messed up. So, I do understand on that side of it. But anyway, you have a long day, huh?
I do.
You do this every day. You work every day?
I do. I've been running a mechanical engineering company for the last 18 years. And I work all day, and then I come home, film, and then I get my daughter after or before, depending on what she feels like. So yeah.
So you're the big boss then.
I am. I'm the CEO.
You're the big boss.
Yes.
But I bet you're cool to work for, as long as you're doing your job.
Exactly. We can have some fun and laugh, but you better work and be productive, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate you. Now everybody's wanting to call in. That's pretty funny.
All right.
I'm
going to let you take another call.
All right. Well, I will take another call. Thank you so much for all you do all the time.
Thank you for all you do. We appreciate you.
You take care, and you tell all the ladies I say hello.
I will.
All right.
All right, love.
All right. Good night. Bye. Well, that was awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely have to work on you guys. Thank you, Carrie, so very much for the one Guilty of Crime membership. I did the Google Voice, which is what everyone else does, and I don't take that off. And hold on real quick. It says suspected spam. We'll see what happens.
Call from.
Hi, Leanne.
Oh my goodness. You got lucky. Hello?
Hi, Jay. This is Leanne.
I could tell. You turned your thing down in the background.
I turned it down. Oh, I just wanted to say thank you for everything. They've been so kind to me in the live tonight. I'm getting to you on the generator. I've lost power.
Ooh.
I'm getting snowed in.
Yeah.
And this is how hard I will get to you. You're worth it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you guys. And, we'll work it out as we go. People have been asking for a really long time to be able to talk because, we all chat. We all sit here and we chat, and we're all, we all vibe the same, except once in a while we'll get the people that are like,
Hey, I'll just put a spell on them. And do they know who I am? Do they
Yeah.
know what I can do? No.
They see
I'll
they,
get my box wine and
they
my shock vac, and
yeah, they don't
but
realize that even when the mods aren't there, when they
oh,
don't see wrenches, they don't realize that there's other hidden mods in chat. That's what they don't realize
right.
because everyone stands up for each other around here. So
Absolutely. And I have to say, out of all the creators, you have one of the most amazing mods and groups of people that are kind and respectful. And that's what draw me to you and keeps me here. And it is amazing. We're a family. And all of us are just love you and support you. And
well, I
I
appreciate
am
that.
manifesting that roof, baby. I'm manifesting that roof.
Well, I appreciate you. They're working on the roof is done now, actually. No more water in the house, but they're cutting out everything right now because we had
Okay.
asbestos too. So they're cutting out everything and they're rebuilding. As I can still
Well,
hear
that's
them. Yeah, they're literally still
wonderful.
working. So I
You're
got a
going to
good
be
crew.
safe and
Yeah.
have a wonderful, beautiful home. And you are so deserving of it. And we're just so proud to support you. And I just wanted to let you know how much I love you and adore you. And you've been a great friend. And everyone in this group has. We don't know strangers here.
No, we
And
don't.
that's very nice.
And I
So
appreciate that. Thank you so much.
you got it. And please give me a call sometime. But
I
I'll let
will.
somebody else come on. I
Yep.
love everyone here and have an amazing night.
You
Okay?
too, love. I'll text you. I'll text you this weekend when I get to
It
slow
sounds
down.
great.
All right. Good
Okay,
night.
honey.
All right. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good
Bye
night.
bye.
Sid, did you want to call in? It's already. Thank you, Indy Randolph. I don't know if that's Synth calling in, but we'll see. Let's see.
Call from.
Hello?
To accept, press 1. To
You
send a voicemail,
You
press
guys
2.
you didn't say who it was. Hello, who's calling?
Hi, it's Teresa Knight.
Well, hello, Teresa. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. Calling from Florida.
Yeah, I know you ladies. I've got all of those down. I'm not great with names, but now you guys, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
I've got
I
you guys.
tried to call so many times. She's busy.
Well, I appreciate you. How you doing tonight?
Great. I'm doing great.
Good, good. What anything new going on there, swirling around with the Madeline Soto case? I mean, you're in
So
Florida.
I am working on some things for the Locks of Love.
Okay.
I'm also working on meeting with the city manager of St. Cloud at the end of this month to
Okay.
discuss a breach.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, maybe people don't know about the bench. If you want to just tell a little bit about the bench that you guys are
Okay.
doing. Did you guys buy it? Like, what's going on with it?
Okay. So, long story short, I had a childhood friend that passed away in this area, and her family has a bench on. It's called East Lake Toho, right?
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. Like they put a plaque and everything. So I'm going to speak because my husband is reaching Mr. David his 30 years at the city of St. Cloud. He's reaching his goal of retirement. And so he's going to an award ceremony where the city manager will be there.
Right.
And I want to meet with her and speak to her about this in the
Okay.
process.
About the bench for Madeline Soto.
Yes. Yes.
Did they have a little picture on there? I'm just trying to picture what, like, is there a plaque with her face at all, or is it like her name with the? I'm just so
It's
curious.
a plaque.
Uh-huh.
It's a plaque with her name.
Okay.
It's beautiful though.
I bet.
And it overlooks the lake. This is a beautiful area. I'm working on that, and then if we need to expand the lock for her site, David and I built that ourselves.
Yes.
And
Yes.
we're willing to add on to that because that is county property.
Okay. Thank you for addressing that.
Yes, the Dimmicks do not own that.
Okay, good. There's an address down there, guys. Yeah, somebody in chat or somebody in the community post started saying, "Don't do that. It messes things up," and I wouldn't.
No, absolutely not.
Right.
It cannot harm anyone whatsoever. It is literally, Jay. It is. I would say 5 feet.
Okay. Which is about as tall as me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very big.
It's not big. It won't fall on anyone. It won't hurt them. We can add cordage to it.
Yeah.
And we can extend the post.
Okay. Okay. And Anna down in Florida also is always in chat. She says if you need help with anything, you can contact her as well. I don't know if you recognize Anna Fleming, but she's die hard Madeline Soto, any help. So if you ever need help with anything, you can post information. I'll put it on my community page and you guys, just let me
Okay.
know
Okay.
anytime because you
I
guys do a
appreciate that.
lot. Yeah, you guys do a lot. Now, Mr. David, is he the news guy?
No, he's my husband.
Okay, you call him Mr. David, so I'm like, which one? I couldn't remember which
Well,
one.
that started, let me tell you, that started with Jenny.
Okay.
So she started calling him Mr. David.
Okay.
He's actually my husband.
Okay.
So David and I and my kids, I have 3 kids. So I have a 29-year-old, a 26-year-old, and I have a 12-year-old daughter.
Yeah. Sounds like me.
So we all went out there and we went to Home Depot and we bought this wood and we bought this cordage and we wanted to make it super strong, right? Because we have hurricanes, we have all this terrible weather. And we wanted to build the strongest structure we could outside of the Demick's property.
Right.
Because where Maddie was placed was behind the fence of where we put the structure. And we didn't want to, interfere with where she was laid to rest. We wanted to respect that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Agreed. And that's their property, right? Which I feel so bad for, by the way. Oh,
Of course. Of course.
that would be terrible. I don't know if I'd even be able to live there anymore. Honestly, I just feel so bad for them.
Well, I will tell you, Jay, that the reason Satan was allowed to go through that gate was because he disposed of her so early in the day, and that is like a working hour.
Okay.
And they have that gate open because they are baling hay right there.
Okay.
That is a working area of the Demick's property. So we know the guy, and I will not say his name out of respect for him.
Right.
So we spoke to him, and right where she was placed, he was actually working that day.
Right.
And he left the gate open only because they're in and out of that property.
Yes. So traumatic too.
The horrible thing about this is
I have a picture of that. I have a picture of that from it being unlocked. They had to take a picture of that for the crime scene stuff, that particular day at that time it was unlocked.
Well, it had to be because they're on tractors and they're baling hay and they're working that land.
Yeah.
And that's actually a leased piece of property from the Dimmicks that they lease out to hunters.
Right.
It butts up to Alligator Lake pretty much.
Yeah.
And my description of this area is so desolate that the friend of JS. I can't
Right.
even say her name.
I know nobody. We call her the potato, so you can call her
She's
potato.
a potato.
Yeah, call her the potato. We're fine.
She's like a rotten potato.
A rotten potato.
It's so crazy because we boat in these lakes.
Right.
Alligator Lake butts up to the Demick's property.
And thank you for
And-
explaining that, because that's where we
Okay.
think that he was heading out to when he got a flat tire, and it was in the afternoon when he dropped off, but they were working there, right? Because he dropped her off at like what,
Absolutely. It was in the mid-afternoon, about 2
1:30?
p.m.
Okay, 1:30, 2 p.m. Okay, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I wanted to answer
Yeah.
people's question. Yeah, it definitely was in the afternoon.
Yes. I will tell you this. I boat, my family boats back and forth between Lake Lizzie
Okay.
and Alligator Lake. Alligator Lake and Lake Lizzie connect. And the divider is 192. So
Wow.
Lake Lizzie is more populated. It's harder to access the water through
Right.
there. Tons of gators. David and I gator hunt, of course. We're hunters.
I love
We're
it.
very country.
You say, of
We're
course.
very country.
I would not know,
So-
of course. I have no idea about that. But when I come out there, you're gonna have to show me that, because
We're country bumpkins.
that sounds amazing.
We deer hunt, hog hunt. We literally get permits and hunt these lakes. I will tell you that. We get permits and we go and we catch these gators. So David and I's family owns we just sold
Yeah.
300 acres that butt up to Alligator Lake,
Right.
which is the path that SS, the Satan, was
Yeah.
traveling.
And that's what
And
yep.
There's so much construction back when this took place last
Right.
year that if he were to pull off into any of those properties, Jay,
Right.
he would get a flat tire. And they have these localized cameras that are watching those properties.
Right.
They're kind of like AI stuff,
Right.
if that makes sense. So they're basically mobile little video devices
Right.
that they have in place.
Yeah, no, I believe that. Yeah,
Yeah. So before he would have gotten to where he put Maddie,
right.
it's total construction.
Yeah, and he didn't know that, right? He wasn't
Absolutely not.
and it seems like
No.
it was that's why it's hard for me to think it was premeditated, because it was so sloppy the way everything happened, right? It was so
I don't
sloppy.
believe that's where he was taking her.
I know,
Because
I don't.
It doesn't make sense.
I don't believe
at
that
all.
either. I don't believe that either. But he didn't know that area either. And Jen Soto, what you just said about the gators, the Gator Lake and Lake Lizzie.
Yes.
She said that. Jen Soto said that in the interview like
She
45 minutes before they found her body. She said
Yes.
that. She said 192, and she talked about the gators, and she talked about
Yes.
Maddie being in the trunk, and she talked about her being strangled. That's 5
You're
things
correct.
named off. How would she know that?
She wouldn't.
She wouldn't.
But no,
no-
but they had a discussion,
Thank you.
right?
Yes.
When Maddie was in the trunk at
Yes.
the apartment complex. And that is literally, I am very local, like so local. I could spit on the jail that
Where Stephan is.
monster is at.
Satan.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. I can literally spit on him.
Yeah. Good.
Oh, it kills me. I want to.
I bet you want to
Um,
spit on Jen too. I bet you everyone wants to spit on Jen. If they saw her, they would, right?
I know where she is, so it kills me.
I bet. We know
She's
where
like
she is
20.
from
Yes.
afar, but you guys local are like, ah.
Oh, it's killing this community because we know that there's no way he would have known where this place was. It's crazy, Jay, because you come out here, these roads twist and turn, and you're in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
You are where, God bless her, Maddie.
I know.
I think about this every day with my daughter. It kills me. But where he put her was so obvious.
Right. He was third bush in, and you can see it in the daylight. Right. I mean, he didn't like even hide her.
Absolutely.
And that's why I know he got a flat tire on the way to wherever he was going. Some people say it's a ruse, whatever. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, but Jay, the day this happened, I knew when the helicopter flew over my house. I told David, I said, they found her.
Oh,
But where they were, it was, I sent you this in a text, the picture of the house. There was a berm of dirt.
Yeah.
And it was on an intersection off of, I believe it was Nolte and Hickory Tree.
Mm-hmm.
And if you turn and you keep going, where the police, heavy, they had the road shut down and everything.
Yeah, I'm sure.
There was this old abandoned home with a berm of dirt, and they were behind the berm of dirt, and there was trash everywhere.
Yeah.
And they believe he backed in there and got a flat tire and then drove to where he actually disposed of her body.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense because I couldn't.
Because he burned the tread off his tire.
Yep.
And it was about 5 miles away where he actually laid her.
Right. He was panicking, I'm sure. Yeah.
Absolutely panicking. And then in that area, when he pulled off to the right, going down Hickory Tree, I think that gate was totally open, and he drove his car into those bamboo trees.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
Everybody around here believes that is where he placed her. And there were some hay bales and some little thickets around that area. And didn't they say there was like some additional debris covering her? Like he tried to hide her?
Yes, there was. There was stuff on top of her. He threw like little pieces of like tree or bamboo or little yep. And I wonder if he did that when he went back. Or
That's
he did
what I think.
Yeah, I think he went back
to
believe. He thought he wasn't sure if he forgot something because I as much as he's a weirdo, I'm not sure that he actually went back
he
just
is a
to go.
weirdo. Yeah.
Oh, I know, but I think he thought he forgot something, went back, and then was like, I'm just gonna like try to cover it up so they don't, see her right away.
I can assure you that he was not familiar with this area because there's a lot of like ducks and curves, and I'm just going to say that it's very isolated.
Right.
I do know this, that the rotten potato lived in, I think it was like a townhouse condo type of thing.
Right there. It was right there. I showed that initially. It was right by a friend's house, like a little bit farther out. I think Millie took a drive for me out there and showed me. I don't remember if it was Millie or who one of the ladies did. So Jen knew that area in both spots.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Okay, so if you take her condo, let's say her condo is on either Orange or Crawford Avenue, which is a very bad part of town, by the way.
Right.
And then you butt it up to Hickory Tree, and then, no, that would be Old Hickory Tree. And then you butt it up to Hickory Tree, and then the friend.
Yeah.
So you take Jen's place.
Right.
And then you drive, I would say 5 to 8 minutes.
Okay.
And then you're on Hickory Tree. And then in 2 minutes, you're at the friend's house.
Yep. We saw the little drive thing that with the less than 2 miles.
Yes.
Damn.
It's super close. And Lake Lizzie Preserve, 192 splits that from Alligator Lake.
Okay.
They actually share a body of water together only by a canal.
Yeah, that's so. I mean, it's just so. It's disheartening that Jen's out there, and I wonder if they're gonna be able to use any kind of circumstantial evidence like that, because
I believe they will.
no one
because
else be able.
There's no way in hell
No way.
the devil knew how to get there.
I know. He didn't go with them. He didn't go with them to hike. He didn't go with them to trail. He didn't live in her old condo. Only she did. And then not only that, well, her psychic premonitions that told the officers all that stuff, right? So I don't.
Yeah,
I just
right.
don't get it. I don't get how they can't use those statements against her. And I feel so bad for the community that all of you guys that are right there. I feel like there's this dark cloud over the area, and until
There is.
it's resolved,
There is.
yeah. It just it gives me the chills thinking about what happened.
I'm going to do everything I can for this child. As far as I can go with the logs, and I'm going to keep it going. And I'm going to fight for this bench because, I mean, we can't bring her back,
No,
right? But
yeah,
we can certainly bring awareness to other children that may be suffering through this. And it's devastating. It's heartbreaking. And as an advocate for her, when I first found out about this, I just wanted to make a difference.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you will, and you are, and you have, and all of you ladies have in your own way. That's a good thing about the teamwork, right?
Yes.
But if it helps one teacher to recognize something, right? We listen to the counselor, and the counselor, now that she's in hindsight of it, you can almost hear her thinking out loud, like, dang, I should have just asked that one question. So I don't want to blame teachers or counselors or any of that, but they were so close. They were so close to could just ask that question, and nobody did. Nobody did that we know of, because they didn't told us, right?
What bothers this community the most, Jay, is that we have zero, nothing from the family. Not one family member trying to fight for this child. And I was, completely for Tatiana and Tyler, and I know them personally because I spoke to them and I met them, and Tyler was so rocked by this memorial that we did.
Yeah, I remember.
That he had to be whisked away by his attorney, and he couldn't attend it because he was a mess. He was shaking all over. I spoke to him, and he was so broken. Tatiana stepped up.
Yeah, no,
she spoke.
She's cried though. She barely. She was bawling.
She did.
Yeah, I give her credit. I mean,
But I will clarify that JS, the Rotten Potatoes family, did not show up.
Thank you for verifying that. People were questioning that, and I said, no, none of them came. They were
none of them.
And then I heard, oh, they're too afraid. People are gonna. No, if you didn't do anything wrong and you have nothing to hide, you don't have anything to hide. You go and you put your head up and you go. But they know.
Jay, wouldn't you be there for your child?
Of course. Jen didn't go to any. She said she was scared. That's what she used when she was talking to the cops. She said that her neighbors said that they saw it on social media, that people were looking for her, and she was scared, is what she said. So what are you scared of? What'd you do?
She did a lot. And I believe that whenever she sent that text to that dirty monster of she needs to go to bed right now, that had like a code word of you need to put her down right now.
Dang. No, it is. I mean, there's a lot of different. Yeah, she definitely used code words in my opinion, and that's why they haven't found anything. But they also chatted in person, and there would be no reason for text messages that day to implicate her because
Absolutely not.
she used all these different, oh, I'm going to a blood appointment. I was gonna go to Botox, but I went back to sleep. And then we chatted, but not once could she tell them what they chatted about, and there are no text messages that say anything.
No.
Ugh.
But if you come to this area, if you live in this area, and he got lost just in Hunter's Creek where they lived.
Right.
Like he said he got so turned around because he's not from here. He's actually from the Nokomis area, which I used to live in. And he came over here, and there's no way he knew this area.
No, he doesn't. And it's going to come
No.
out. He'll say it too. He said he got lost. He told the police officers he got lost. He didn't know where he was going, and I believe that.
I do too.
As much as he lies, I
totally
believe that. Yeah.
And then Jen said, I think it was when they got the hotel with Juan, that she thought he got lost. Is that right?
With Chris. No, not Juan, because Juan wasn't there. It was Chris. With his dad. He actually
it's Chris.
He actually did say he got lost. Now that time I was like, is he lying or is he not? But he did say he got lost because he was gone for a while. Now he did go back to go try to get into the house from the hotel. But he said it multiple times that he got lost. He did
kept
say it.
getting turned around.
Yeah, which makes sense because he's not from there. He didn't go to any of those places. All the places that Jen kept saying were all from her.
Mm-hmm. Every single one. Lake Lizzie, Alligator Lake, Hickory Tree.
Yep.
There's no way. If you come into town, that is considered the manor of St. Cloud.
Right.
You will get lost.
And not only that, he definitely got a flat tire. We know that, but the traffic I saw goes way too fast. Nobody just stops there. Like he wasn't going to stop there and do that. He was going somewhere with intent. Unfortunately, we don't know where because they had a conversation and Jen pointed him. But let me ask you, here's the question of the year for you.
Okay.
Do you think that he's going to keep his mouth shut when trial or pre-trial or any of that? Do you really think he's going to not say that when he sat down with Jen that she told him where to go or gave him directions? Or do you think he's going to keep quiet about it? That's what I want to know. That's what I'm wondering. What do you think?
Because of the death penalty being on the table, I believe he's going to spill his guts.
I
believe he's going to cower down because he's a coward. He's a little baby. He's so soft.
He is.
I could say so many things about him, but I won't.
Oh, I know.
I don't want to get your channel
yeah, we don't want to pull this down. We want people to be able to hear this information so they understand. It's important to hear from people that are local too, because when you're hearing it from, you'll hear it from a channel where there's 2 million subscribers and they tell the story, but they don't have all the details.
They don't know. They don't have a bird's eye view of this community.
Right.
This community is, you got a bunch of rednecks here.
Right.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, no, I believe it.
You have you got a flat tire on the side of the road, and Jimmy is going to stop and help you.
And that was the problem.
In the manor.
That's why he panicked, because if someone would have stopped to help him, they would have saw her in the trunk.
Well, I will tell you that the saving grace of this case. What is his name?
Thomas Karras. Thomas Karras.
Absolutely.
Yes.
He is a homegrown St. Cloud man.
He is. And he's my hero. I say that all the time.
Absolutely.
I don't even know what he looks like, but his name will forever be ingrained in mine. Thomas Karras. He is the hero because he tracked those police down. He called it in. They didn't listen to him. He called again. He went down there. I mean,
of course.
Now they may have found her in a couple of days when someone went out there.
Tall, bearded man.
Is he?
That is a country bumpkin. He is.
But
God bless him.
he saw Stephan Stern's eyes, and it's something about his eyes. Not only he said they look sad, but real dark and deep. There was something about him that he listened to his gut and he followed it, and he went and told, and that's why they found Maddie so quickly.
Thank God.
And
Thank God.
but that
She
gives
was
you the
found.
idea of how close of a knit community you guys are
We are.
to see somebody that doesn't look like they're from there being kind of weird and shady, and you know, you understand that feel when you're from a place
Yes.
like that.
We literally, Jay, I grew up on a cattle ranch of over 300,000 acres. And this
Oh, hold on.
grown so much. I went to the elementary schools, the middle schools, all around here, and it's close knit. So they tried to keep St. Cloud a small community, and we have a lot of Puerto Ricans moving in.
Yeah.
And we were actually told that this is the fastest growing community in Florida right now.
Wow. St. Cloud.
St. Cloud. You
Wow.
can look it up.
Interesting.
We are growing like crazy.
Wow. Now I agree, but I went to school in a town that was literally called Cowboy Capital of the World. Okay. So
I love that.
it's Cowboy Capital of the World, and people might be coming from other places passing through, but when you know people, and it's a small knit town, even when it's growing, when something's out of place, when to do what, or it just literally. And now Thomas Karras wasn't the only one to call it in. The other gentleman was that didn't want to be.
Oh yes, who was that?
Gerald. Was it Gerald or was it Bree? Will know. It's Barbara and is it Barbara and Gerald? There's one other gentleman that called in. He saw Stephan and he saw the whole the guy had a flat tire. There are two people, but Thomas Karras was Walter. I always get it. Walter Rosca. He was the one that also called it in. Walter and his wife. Yeah, he didn't want to be on there, and I accidentally played the thing where they didn't blank out his address, and his wife called me, and I profusely apologized. But he was the second person that called in and said, "There's this man that doesn't look right on the side of the freaking road with a flat tire." So that just
You're
shows
out of place here.
Yeah.
Out there in the manor, you are completely out of place because it's homeowners that own 15 to 100 acres.
Exactly. That's the kind of town I grew up in. Yeah.
And hay. And you're butted up to the middle of nowhere, Jay.
No,
when you're
when
out
something's
there,
out of place. Yeah.
Yes. They recognize you. They recognize vehicles. We all honk at each other. Everybody in town knows my car and Mr. David's truck.
Yeah.
His big truck.
I'm sure.
We're country.
Yeah.
And whatever it takes. The locks we can build on.
Right.
So don't let anybody upset you by these locks. They won't hurt anything or anyone or any animals, I promise.
Well, I appreciate you saying that, just so nobody, feels that way. We really just want to get people to come together and show the town and you guys and let people know that we all love Maddie from everywhere, and there's no reason, right? And if she can help one other child, we wanted her to help way more than one other, but this shouldn't have happened. This should not have happened.
She matters.
She
does. Matters to us. And it's heartbreaking, but I really, really respect you for everything you're doing. I appreciate you. I appreciate your channel, your supporters. I think you have a great thing going. You're going to grow, and every opportunity I get, Jay, I support you, and I promise you, I'm going to get you pictures. I'm going to have new pictures coming,
Thank you.
which is exciting.
Yes.
Um,
Everybody loves that, the progress, and it's going to go fast. You know that, right? Now with the CSAM coming first, and then September
yes,
22, things are going to move faster, and more documents are going to start coming out too.
they are.
Yeah.
I am 15 minutes from that courthouse.
Yes.
And I still have my Maddie shirt.
Aw. Yeah,
I
it's
do
heartbreaking.
speak to other advocates, and they have kind of I don't want to say dropped off.
No, I get
Right?
it. I understand. They slowed down a bit. There's other things
Yeah.
happening. It happens, and that's what happens. It does. I mean, it does. It does.
I can't though. I literally went and cleaned up the memorial, and I took a single plant that means the world to me from Maddie's memorial, and it is still green and growing.
Love
And
it.
I will not let go of that plant.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. It says a lot about the community and you ladies, and I understand it's a beatdown. It's a beatdown. I don't know what the
Oh,
other
it's
people
horrible.
are going through, but lately I've been a lot more emotional about it. I mean, I'm not an emotional person in general, but I don't know what
Same.
it is. I don't know what it is
We
lately.
have girls.
Yeah,
We have
yes.
children.
Yes, I have a
And
25-year-old and a 10-year-old, and when I picked up this case,
yes.
my daughter was 9, and
Oh,
and she's Puerto Rican also, and the Puerto
yeah.
Rican Maddie, it really hit close. I mean, I had nightmares about the paperwork and
Same.
reading it,
Same.
but lately I've been so emotional about this case, and
I
it's
have a
like,
daughter that is 12,
yeah,
going on 13, and she went out there and she put her, when I won't say her name,
it's okay, yeah,
but when the locks were shown and the drive was shown, right? And she said, "Oh, Mr. David, right? He's done so much." And then she spun the next lock, and it was my son Tyler.
yeah,
And then she spun the next lock, and it was my little girl. And she put a special little, like a locket with a little special piece on that.
yeah.
I started crying, and I'm not a big crier.
Me either. I literally cry like every 7 or 8 years. Literally. Like I just even with funerals and stuff, it's like I don't do it in public. I'm more of a like it hits me and I feel it. But lately I've been so emotional about this case, and I know a lot more is coming. So we better
We're
toughen
gonna
up.
get closure.
Yeah, we need to
and
get closure for sure.
We're
And
gonna get tough, and we're not gonna let this happen to children, because Maddie is the reason for this. Like,
I know.
it's like
And they need to be
it opens
exposed though
everybody's
too.
eyes.
Jarvis Butts with Naziah Harris.
Oh,
I need to get that out there. There's like a calling to me. At first, I was kind of like it was too much to take on both of them, but after hearing and seeing that Detroit community, they're all fighting with each other. It's different than your community,
they
and
are.
I wanted to be out there to more than just the Detroit people that are fighting. I wanted to be national, international if I can. I want
Yes.
people to understand everywhere what the heck's happening in these communities. And that little girl, she didn't even know better. She didn't know better.
No, generations of this, and it's
Yes,
disgusting.
it is.
It's disgusting.
But people need to know about that. That monster Jarvis tries to hide behind his mask, and he's still got these ladies supporting him. It makes me sick.
Same.
Yeah,
Like, how can these women, as mothers, support him at this point? And they knew
Oh no, they still
prior
are.
to this
They still are.
that
Monetary
he was
gain.
a pedo.
They didn't care. They were getting their cars fixed, getting food, getting their phone bills paid. That's what the community was like. And you can still see it
gross.
because they're fighting with each
Oh.
other right now. It's gross. It's disgusting. And that's why I want to cover it, because I'm not in that. I want people that are outside of that to know what's
No,
going
I'll
on.
support you
Yeah.
100%.
I
And I
want-
heard that tire shop was just a front
Oh, I
because they
believe
had
it.
a bed in the back,
Yep.
and they were bringing in children and making money off of these children through some
Yep.
Mimi that was actually another mother to that sicko.
Jarvis. Yeah.
And it's so bad.
And I'm sure King too. You know what? I don't care what anyone says. That guy King was in the car that day with Naziah before her life got taken. He knew what was going on. He felt you don't tell me he didn't know she was in the shop for hours, and then she gets in the car with the front of his Corvette and they take off and she's never seen again.
Absolutely.
And not only that, they had little girls cleaning the shop all the time. And you know what? The moms were
They're
letting
not-
them do it. Their moms
Their moms.
Yeah, they
Their
didn't even care.
moms were sending them. This is a front.
I know.
I believe their mothers were sending those children to that shop to be prostituted and then making money off of them. And I also heard a rumor, and I cannot verify this, but
It's okay. You were talking about it. It's all right.
I did hear that King.
Yep.
And that poor child, they were in a threesome.
I do not doubt it one bit. Naziah, King, and Jarvis. I don't doubt it for 1 second. Even the lady.
It makes me so sick.
Do you know the moms were doing that too? One of the moms, of the twins ladies, she also is a registered PEDO, and she was doing that to little girls in their family.
Oh my God.
Yes, even the moms were doing it. So I'm telling you, they all were jealous of their daughters for being prettier. They all wanted monetary gain. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's awful going on.
It's so sick.
And it needs to be exposed. It really does.
It does. It does.
It's not correctly.
But I don't believe, because I have a friend there that lives there, and they're like, you can't do anything with the police. They work with this.
Oh, of course.
So you have to go above that.
But you have to, if you expose it to people that have never heard of something like this, that don't even know that exists, you're opening up eyes at least for them to understand what happened. So Naziah Harris doesn't just go away and people forget her. You know, that's just not okay. That's not okay.
I believe she has exposed so many things in her death. God forbid, in her death, she has exposed that entire community.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, she didn't know any better. When you read those text messages, she thought that was normal for a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, 14-year-old. No, it's not.
Horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah, and they all saw her text message. You don't tell me they didn't know what was going on or any of that. And it happens all the time.
Tell me they didn't know she was pregnant.
Oh,
Look at those videos.
I know.
She had this little basketball belly
and chunky little face. They knew. I mean, the girl was pregnant with her. Did you know that they were pregnant at the same time? Her and Jarvis Butts, baby mama. She was on her 6th child, but she miscarried. So that girl was still sleeping with Jarvis, of course, while Jarvis was sleeping with Naziah, and then he gave his little daughter 4-year-old chlamydia, and he was sleeping with another 8-year-old and another 13-year-old. All of them. They were all doing that. So it just
disgusting.
And people don't know unless you let them know and you put the picture together for them of what's happening. They just don't realize it.
Thank you so much for your awareness to everyone. You have, I will tell you, I appreciate you so much for Maddie. I really do. I remember speaking to you at the memorial when Ashley, remember Ashley, the advocate?
Yes, of
she
course.
had you on video, and we had so much media there. It was overwhelming. It was. We had Channel 9. We had Telemundo. We had everyone, but I really appreciate your coverage, and you are loyal to these children, and it means so much.
Well, I appreciate that. You're very welcome. I don't know any other way to be. And, let's just all keep doing it together. We've got all these ladies here, and even the men in chat. We're getting more and more that are talking because they're there. They're just not talking, right? You got the men in chat. I see the demographics, and we're all mama bears wanting to do this. We want to do as much as we can to let people know what's going on. So I'm here for you guys. I whatever happens, I don't think the trial is going to happen September 22nd. We probably will end up getting.
I don't either.
Yeah, well, we're gonna get the depositions, and some stuff's gonna start coming out. But for the actual trial, it's
I think there's going to be a lot of delays.
Yeah,
coming up. Like,
absolutely.
We're not ready. We're not ready. We're not ready. And
well, they're barely taking
great-
depositions on it. You got 20 or whatever, 417. You still got depots going all the way out into March. How are they going to have those depots taken and then get it back to prosecution? Because that's for the defense that are deposing those people. So there's no way they're going to have it ready.
No way.
There's no way.
I'm thinking 2027 maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't even know about 2026. Maybe one trial might happen in 2026 and then the other, but it's just like the Brian Koberger case. It's going to be.
You, like everybody, this is not a quick process.
No. Yep.
You have seen so many cases.
Thousands of cases, or I wouldn't be that confident in saying it. If I didn't know about thousands of cases, I wouldn't say that.
So we're in for the long haul. But
we are.
I can promise you that I am going to do everything I can locally to keep her memory alive. And if there's any child that's suffering, or adult, because there's adults that are suffering, we need to really be there for our community. And I plan on doing that.
Well, I'm here. You guys know me. I've got a text message. I always get text message. I love you, ladies. I got Nancy on one of the message, and then Teresa. I got you guys, a Teresa advocate and Nancy. I got all the ladies. You guys know when you reach out to me, I'm here for you. And even with everything going on, I'm here. And
I know you're busy.
Well,
I know.
Definitely. We have a question. Bree has a question, and then we'll probably wrap this up. I see phone calls coming in, but we're coming up on 3 hours. What question do we have, Bree? Yeah, I know.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. Don't be sorry. This is our first opening night of call-ins, and people have been asking for call-ins forever. So
I hope I clarified some things about the locks. I really do. And the location.
Well, you absolutely did, because in my mind, I'm very visual. And when you talk about the gator, what do they call that? So there's Lizzie Lake, and then what do you call it?
Okay, so there's Lake Lizzie.
Lake Lizzie. And
then there's Alligator Lake, which is huge. It's 10 times the size of Lake Lizzie. Lake Lizzie just feeds into other smaller lakes, but Alligator Lake is massive.
And that's what Jen was talking about, both of those. So you said they butt up against each other, and they're all headed down that way towards 192, correct? I mean, you have to go to 192 to get there.
Okay, so 192 separates the two lakes from a bridge.
Okay.
And then if you're going by boat, but if you're going by car, access is very, very hard to Lake Lizzie, but it is extremely easy to Alligator Lake until our family started developing a housing development of 300 acres. There is a boat dock that used to be when Jen, or the Rotten Potato, used to live in St. Cloud.
Yeah.
None of that development was there, and it was a boat ramp that flowed straight into Alligator Lake, which is where oh nasty Satan was near.
Right.
So
So you think that's where
it-
he was headed then, and he got a flat tire there, not towards Lizzie? Because I don't know.
absolutely
Oh,
not, because he was
okay.
not on that side of 192. He was totally on the other side.
Okay, so that
But the
clears it up.
access was cut off to him because of all the development of my family developing a subdivision in that area.
Got it. And he wouldn't even have known about that. And who knows if the dumb
No.
potato even ever went out there. That she was always just DRUG'd
No, that
up.
was new purchase. Our family purchased 300 acres along that lakeside.
Well, I'm gonna come when I do go over there. You're gonna take me somewhere. You're gonna be my tour guide because I will go out there. I'm glad it's gonna
Yes.
take a while for the trial to happen because I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna be there like every single day. But I want to go out there for a couple to a few days to be able to experience what the trial's like, whether it's closed, whatever, right?
Sure.
So I'm gonna meet all the ladies out there. I want to make sure that we all have a voice at the time, whether we get into court or we don't.
Right.
So
Right. I agree. I can tell you that when the rotten potato lived here, that development was not happening. But since my family purchased or sold that land, that made it very accessible to that part of Alligator Lake, it shut everything down.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense because there was like nothing out there. When I saw the drive, I was actually surprised. This is
if you've seen it now, you would be amazed.
I will see it, and you guys take me on another little drive and show me where the alligator lake is. So because I want to see that too. I got one the other day from my dog's up here, by the way. Everyone's commenting on her. This isn't West, Foxy. This is Pieces. Sorry.
Well, we'll have to take you gator hunting.
I'm totally down. I'm a gun person, right? I've got.
I am too.
Yep, I've got my AR-15's my favorite, but I love my shotguns, my rifles, my handguns, whatever.
Girl, I'm so country. I got horses, cows, everything.
I have
a whole farm.
Well, we have a ranch we go up to with all the horses, and we do all the camping, the RV glamping. I don't look country, but I'm country at heart. So
I'm totally country. Wear your boots.
I got my boots. I got my hat. I got my boots. You wouldn't believe it.
Throw your boots on.
All right, you guys. No one else gave me a question. They're awing at the dog, oohing and awing. This is not West, guys. This is Pieces.
Oh, it's been so fun.
Yeah, it has. So it was a good success for the call-in, first night call-in. You guys, did anyone else? Does anyone have a question? If not, okay, let me see. Bree, a member is asking, can they send money for the advocate to buy a lock and put their name on it, or can they send the lock? Is it possible to send money and the advocate can buy the locks? Okay, did you hear that?
Okay, so the P.O. box.
No. Okay.
Who's running? I'm not sure who's running that. It's not me.
Okay, so it's not her running it, Bree. But what we can do is probably set up an account. That's Nancy that's running it, you guys. This isn't Nancy. They probably thought it was you talking on the phone. There's a lot of ladies. So I'll answer that question after. That's okay. It's Nancy.
Yeah, I don't have that P.O. box, but I am in charge of the lock, like the setup.
Right.
I'm gonna upgrade
that makes sense.
if needed.
That makes sense. So they want to donate money instead of because a lot of people are have surgery or they're at homebound and whatever. So they want to, I think, donate instead of going out and getting it and mailing it. So we can figure that. I'll figure that out with Nancy and my crew because we were talking about that. You do your thing. You guys are out there outside doing it. You guys keep doing your thing and we'll get it together on this side. I don't want to.
Of course.
Yeah, they just got confused because there's a lot of ladies out there doing that. Different little roles.
If they have any other questions about the area, I can answer them. Jay, or if they have any questions about the memorial as far as, harm to the community
Right.
or it falling,
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Um,
And I'll reach out to you too if I need we need the warrior backup, right? People telling me stuff that, cuz I don't know. I knew that wasn't correct, but I'm glad that somebody said
no,
something, cuz
absolutely not. They're 100%. This thing, I can go. My daughter's school is literally 3 miles from there, and I drive there every single day. Pictures, if they need clarification, if
right.
anybody needs clarification of the safety
Right.
of this, I
Okay.
can absolutely reassure them.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. We're gonna push them. You can take her? Yeah. Okay. We'll I put it out there, but I think everyone's pretty trustworthy. I don't know what that was about, but I would like more pictures if you get a video, I'd love to see where the Gator Lake versus if you drive out there. I'm so curious like what that looks like.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so if you can, I don't want you to go out of your way, but I'd love to do a video like that, and then maybe we can do some
No,
call-ins.
I was planning on actually doing it tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm going to go out there tomorrow.
I just would love to see, because I'm such a visual person. When you go on
Okay.
Google, it just doesn't help. But when you see that drive and you see what's going
Yes.
on, you're like, damn, that really solidifies what was going on. So
Okay. You're welcome to share. I text you the inner path of the two lakes,
okay,
and there's a bridge, and that bridge is 192. I text that to you.
okay,
So it is the two lakes connecting.
okay,
And I actually go by boat under that bridge to enter Alligator Lake from Lake Lizzie. And
okay.
it is black. It is black water, Jay. It is
Right.
scary black water.
And again, thank God that Maddie didn't end up there, because we would have never found her probably.
No.
You know,
It is black water.
Ugh,
Literally.
that gives
You
me
cannot see.
the like icks to hear that.
Yeah.
All right, we got one.
I sent you the picture. You're
Okay.
welcome to share it.
And I will.
And
I'm gonna put another episode together, because we didn't even get through half of the stuff tonight.
I'm sorry.
No, you don't
I
be
have
sorry. You're
so
good.
much. I have so many pictures. I'm
Yeah,
going to
send
go
them
out
over.
and I'm going to take pictures.
You have my
Okay.
email address too.
I'll
I'll text.
It's on your website.
It's just
right?
yeah, it's on my website. It's just J. It's guiltyofcrimebyj@gmail.com. If you send that, then I can put it into a folder. It's much easier than texting it.
Okay.
But if you need it, text me and I'll just message it to you. Whatever's I don't want to make it hard for you, but I do want to present to people what happened and what's going on as these things are coming out. The depositions and documents, visuals are what we're about.
Sure. I also sent you tonight in your text a picture of the initial home they were looking around. So if you want to post that as well.
Yes.
From the initial search, because they believe that
that he was
Satan
looking
pulled
there.
in there and got a flat tire from that location.
That is a creepy spot too, and that probably could. You guys, I'll set that up. I'm looking at it right now. It's on 3120, and there's nothing there, guys. There's nothing there, but that makes sense because you can kind of drive there, but there's a lot of things that could definitely get into your tires back there.
Well, it was a junk pile, and it was a basically abandoned home, and they believe he backed in there.
Right.
Yeah,
I'll have to.
And decided no, because if you pull up the location on Google,
right,
it is on an intersection type of situation,
right,
and there's a neighbor right next to that property.
Right. And he would have been they would have been like, what the heck is going on there? Dang.
Yes.
That's creepy. Even just looking at that. Yeah, I'll send all this to my email. I got yours. I always take yours and Nancy, what you guys send me, and I email myself it, and then I use it to put together whatever I'm going to present. So I always appreciate you guys. so much for that. I think
Yes, that right what you're showing, like what you're showing is creepy.
it is
And
creepy.
right next door is a guy that lives in, I think he's on a 5-acre lot on that corner, but there's a main road that pops out right there, and you turn to go on Hickory Tree
Right.
to go, I would say about 4 miles down from where the Satan disposed of Maddie.
Yeah.
It's sad. But
Yeah.
if you go back to like West 2 and Fox 13 when this happened,
Right.
helicopters and police were there, and it's
And that's what they
I
were searching.
believe,
Yeah.
yes,
I
that house.
I love going back to that stuff and seeing, like, in the beginning. We did that the other day or yesterday when they were just getting into the arrest, and you see Jen rubbing on Stephan, and we're like, wait a
Oh,
minute,
disgusting.
they weren't even together. They were broken up. They don't even keep that in mind, those idiots. They were broken up. You listen back, and Jen wasn't sleeping with them. He had other girls he was with, Maddie. So that whole
Yeah.
thing was a facade. Completely.
Yes. Yeah,
Completely.
Totally.
Yeah. All right. We're at 3 hours, and I'm going to say bye so that I can go eat and whatnot and make sure everybody's good. But I appreciate
Okay,
you for
I'll send
calling
you
in.
pictures.
And
You're welcome.
And I will let you guys know. I will give you notifications next time we do call-ins, because it sounds like you guys like them. Ashton wants me to check my email. Okay. All right.
Okay. Sorry I took up so
No,
much time.
don't ever apologize. You have a wonderful weekend, and thank you so much.
You too. I'll follow up.
Okay. Take care. Good night.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. All right, guys. You guys got me checking my email, it's multitasking at its finest. Okay, what am I checking my email for, guys? Hold on. What email and what am I checking? Hold on. All right, Jay, should I send you food? Yeah, send me food. You guys want me to check my email? What's in my email, guys? Oh, Ashton Lee. Okay. It's Ashton. My sister lives in St. Cloud. Oh, okay. I'm checking my email, but I'm not out loud. And I've got somebody else calling in. Hold on. Hello? Hello? Who's calling? Hi, Tricia. How can I help you? This is Jay with Guilty of Crime.
Hi, I live in Ocala, Florida,
Okay.
and I had a weird thing happen to me a couple of weeks ago. I was
Okay.
coming out of Walgreens, and I got into my vehicle, and I was sitting there, and I happened to look over. You know how you have a feeling that someone's looking at you?
Right.
And I happened to look over. I'm telling you, it was Jen Soto. I'm telling you.
Oh, you
And
saw
she was staring at me and staring at me and staring. She wouldn't stop staring at me.
you saw the
She stood there.
that you saw the evil
She-
potato?
Yeah, I'm telling you, she stared at me for like 5 minutes. She would not stop staring at me. And of course, I'm staring back at her because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And I was like,
where were you?
in shock. And she looked really scared. Then all of a sudden, she hopped in the back seat of the car, and it was all females in there, and they took off.
Oh, I'm sure, because they're all she lives with her sister while she's hiding out with her sister.
I think it was all her sisters.
Oh, I'm sure she's staying with Stephanie, and then the other girls I don't think they're sisters, but they're like friends, like BFF. They all stick with the Soto family because they have money,
Yeah.
Wow.
But I'm telling you, that was her.
Wow.
Why would they be all up here?
Where are you? Where were you?
Ocala,
and
Florida.
how far is that from? I don't know. I'm in California.
From where they live?
Yeah.
It's probably a good maybe 45-minute drive.
Okay. Well, you know what? Yeah. Here's
an hour and a half. should take like an hour and a half, really.
Well, next time if she stares at you for 5 minutes, get your phone out and take a picture of her bulgy eyes,
Oh, I
and
should
she'll.
have did that. I wish I had done that. But
Did
it was
she-
the weirdest. It was
yeah.
the weirdest thing because I know it was her.
Well, she has to go
I
out of
mean,
town to do anything. She can't like go around that area. Like
That's-
any store she goes
that's-
in, she knows better, right?
that's what I'm wondering. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, I'm
Because it
sure.
was like just the next. It was just the next car over. It wasn't like she was far away.
Yeah, you saw her bulgy eyes. TMC.
Oh
those
yeah,
bitches.
but
Oh,
you
yeah.
could see how like, she was really like scared.
Oh, I'm sure she looks scared, and every time I see her too.
Oh, it was weird. I mean, it was like, what the frig is,
Yeah, that
I
is
was,
weird.
I was just like, what the frig are you doing up here?
Yeah, well,
I would have loved to jump out and smash them, but
I'm sure a lot of people do, and I 100%. I'm sure she goes shopping in other towns. I mean, even if you lived in San Jose, where there's 1.5 or 1.7 million people, if you did what Jen Soto did, you're gonna go to the next town and a half away. So I don't doubt it at all. She was probably out getting her
yeah.
pub sub. But what was your name again? I want to make sure I remember you. So next time you call in, I could know who I'm talking to.
Oh, it's Trisha class.
Trisha. Okay. Okay. I saw everybody in here.
Yeah, I just thought it was like, it was too weird. I mean, I don't know.
Well, I
It
know.
just,
I'll help you solve that. Like I said, she's not going to be going around in her local town. So you might see her again. Maybe they go out there on the weekends and do all that. Now, I have one other person that wants to call in. Rachel, you can call in if I give you like 5 minutes. Is that okay
that's
with
all
you?
right.
Is that okay?
No. I just wonder.
Okay.
I just want to let you know because
Well, I
it was
appreciate
just so
that.
weird.
Well, you might even see her again. Keep your phone out because she's not shopping in her town. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I just want to let you know because to me it was just so freaky. It's like I
Yeah.
can't believe this one's is
Um,
right beside me. It's
I know, I bet. And it's icky bug eyed feeling, right? Kathy Hanna says those big bug potato eyes that bulge out of her head.
yeah,
She probably saw you staring back at her. Was like, oh no, somebody recognized me. I mean, it's like
that's what I think it was.
yeah, I'm
Because I just happened to look over and then she's staring at me. It's like, whoa. I don't think she came out. I think she got out of the back seat to let somebody in,
right.
and that's how she was standing there.
Do you remember what kind of car it was? Just curious.
No, I was into too much looking at her.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I would have had. I've got these glasses that take pictures. I need to make sure I wear them more. So if I see somebody that looks like that, I can just go bloop and get that picture.
Yeah.
Um,
Next time I will take a picture.
yeah. Next time, take a picture and then give us a ring. Send me an email. I'm gonna let one more person call in, and then I'm
Yeah,
at
go
3
ahead.
hours and 11 minutes, you guys. So Rachel
Yeah,
wants
go
to thank
ahead.
you so much.
But
Nice.
that's Ocala.
Ocala. Got it.
Ocala. Ocala.
Yes, Ocala. I got it. Now I got it. Bree was telling me about that. It's like I think an hour and 45 maybe. But yeah, I got you.
All right, go ahead.
You have a wonderful night and thank you so much for the call.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye. You too.
All right. All right, where's Rachel Burton at? Rachel Burton's got something. Last call, guys. If not, then we'll have to do it the next time. You guys, I think it was a success, everybody. I think we had a really good one. I didn't expect for 3 hours and 12 minutes on a Friday night, but now you know how I spend my night. You're right, Rosie. You guys have been saying that too. So you guys, now that I know you guys like the lines being open up like that, we will do that. Okay, we'll have a show and then we'll plan shows with the call-ins, etc. All right, I'm gonna go before my phone keeps ringing and ringing. I love you guys. Hit up Bree, go buy her a coffee. Thank you for everything you do, all of you, and good night. Love you guys.
Guilty of crime.
I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of crime.
Are you guilty?